Yo, my people, I wanna do now. Like the video, subscribe, smash the like button, like the video, my people, like the video, guys, like the video, guys. This is the UCL talk, guys, UCL talk, smash the like button. This is a UCL discussion. What we're gonna be talking about it's official since 2005. We're gonna be seeing the Milan derby between Inter Milan and AC Milan. We're still gonna see a repeat of the UEFA Champions League semi-final last season between Real Madrid and Manchester City. Make sure you like the video, make sure you subscribe to the channel, smash the like button, guys. Guys, get that freaking like. So, guys, we are heading to 3K subscriber. Please, guys, help your boys. Let's get to 3K subscriber. Let's get to 3K, guys. Let's get to 3K sub, guys. 3K sub, guys. 3K subscriber, guys. 3K sub, guys. My people, smash that like button, my people. Smash that like button. Smash that like button, guys. Smash that like button. Smash the like button, guys. Smash the like button. Smash that like button, guys. We're gonna be talking about Bayern. We're also gonna be talking about Nagelsmann and Tuchel because we're gonna look at some competition because if Nagelsmann there, would they be able to beat City? Maybe, maybe not. And also we're also gonna look at Tuchel's and everything record. But it's a very fantastic season for Manchester City. Now in the semi-final, back-to-back semi-final again, they're gonna be facing the defending champion Madrid. And also for the very first time since 2005, the Milan derby is official. The semi-final is official. Inter Milan versus AC Milan. Rafael Leao versus Romelu Lukaku. So we're gonna be talking about that too. Smash the like button, like that vid, smash the like button, get that freaking likes up, get the likes up, like the vid, guys. Smash the like button. Let's go, my people. Yo, my people, now is official, Since 2005, this is the very first time we're going to be seeing the Milan derby in the UEFA Champions League. It's official, guys. AC Milan versus Inter Milan. And again, the repeat of the last year's semi-final is between the defending champion of Real Madrid and Manchester City. It's official, guys. Like the video, smash the like button, like the video, smash the like button, smash the like button, like the video, guys. So, we're gonna be talking about the match in terms of what goes on between the two teams. Sorry, guys. I was having an internet issue. Can you guys hear me?
We can hear you, bro. We can hear you.
Yeah, I was having an
No,
internet issue, but I fixed it right now. So, how you guys doing? I hope you guys are fine. My
alhamdulillah, Rabbil
chat, people in the chat. So, like I said, it's since '05, it's gonna be the first time we're gonna be seeing a Milan derby in the UEFA Champions League. And again, like I said again, it's the second time in a row, the back-to-back semi-final between Manchester City and the defending champion of Real Madrid. We're also gonna talk about a little bit about Tuchel and the potential Chelsea new ownership in Juliana Guzman. And also, like I said, tomorrow, Thursday, is gonna be the Chelsea roundtable for all Chelsea fans. Join us tomorrow. Let us deconstruct Chelsea Football Club. Tomorrow is Chelsea roundtable. We're gonna discuss. We're gonna deconstruct. We're gonna reconstruct everything about Chelsea. Tomorrow is all Chelsea. Nothing more, just Chelsea Football Club. We're gonna talk about from the ownership to the manager to the potential player leaving, to the potential player staying, the new manager coming in, the pros and cons, every damn thing. We're gonna discuss about it tomorrow live on the Blue Studio. Join us tomorrow. We're gonna discuss Chelsea from top to bottom. But tonight is all about the UCL. And it's set, the semi-final is set May the 9th and May the 10th. Real Madrid, the defending champion versus Manchester City, and the Milan derby, the very first Milan derby since '05. The semi-final between Inter Milan and AC Milan. Wow, it's gonna be so interesting. Wow, wow, wow. But firstly, your take, Kiman, your take on the Man City versus Bayern. Do you blame Tuchel? Do you blame the ball? Firstly, we're gonna talk about
No,
Tuchel and the ball, but your take on the overall match.
I don't want to talk about Tuchel because we'll talk about him later. That one, that one is a bit deep. But a lot of City fans, like, well, I don't know many City fans. Let me be honest with you. But the guys that I
Oh.
interacted on Twitter,
Mm-hmm.
these guys like Pitch and whatnot, right?
Mm-hmm.
I can tell that they're disappointed. Not because
Why?
they have won. Of course, you're happy that you've won, but this is not the same Bayern that got here. It's two different teams. So they feel as if they have been robbed of that good game. Bayern they just rolled over. There was nothing. There's nothing they did. You were smacked 3-1 at home. I know away. You were smacked 3-0 away. You come at home. People want to get a good performance from you. What do? You lose like that.
But they had their chances. They didn't take. Sane
They
had
had
his chances.
Sane. I don't want to talk about that Sane issue. I don't. But my God, Sane.
Just
How do you
chip
miss
the
that?
goalkeeper. Chip it. Just chip the goalkeeper.
How does he miss that? I've never wait. Can you remind me? Was Sane that much of a flop at City? Did he do that shit all the time? No, Sane was good.
He was very good at City.
He
I
was
don't know what's
very good.
at Milan. He's very good at City.
So I wonder. I don't know. And you see, Abdullah, let me not lie to you. There's a lot of these issues tied to this Bayern team right now.
Mm.
There's a common culprit there, and I don't want to discuss him now because his time is not now. His time is not now. But honestly, Upamecano, I'm sorry, man. You were adopted by Haaland of all people. Abdullah, Haaland doing skills, dribbling. Haaland. Abdullah, I never thought I'd ever see that in my life. Abdullah, on Twitter, there's these guys that argue about stats. Haaland is their god. Anyone who holds stats close to his heart, XG, LF, PQ, IQ, ZP, Haaland, he ticks everything, Abdullah. But now you're telling me he can dribble? Abdullah, man, these guys. I hope it's just that Bayern is shit. But if Haaland starts dribbling, football is over, man.
It better be over because if you win the UCL, you might have to apologize to him. Man. If you win that UCL. If you win the Ballon d'Or, you might have to apologize, man. If he does. If he does,
No, Abdullah, I don't hate. I'm not hating on the guy. I don't hate on Haaland at all. I get it. I get I get his point. I get his purpose in doing in the team. Scoring the goals, whatnot, being that guy. because every team that plays with this false nine system and whatnot, their one biggest problem is sometimes these false nine attackers are not very, they're not very clinical. So you need this guy, you need this chunk of meat there. Abdullah, you need this guy to throw his abdomen at the ball. But
No,
now you're
no.
telling me he can dribble. Abdullah.
But looking at the match, do you think we didn't get the excitement we wanted to get in terms of the whole entire match? But or Bayern were just that bad. They didn't really turn up that
They
much.
were just so bad. People were praying that they would do something at home. They said, you know what, they have the fans. Okay, now at least they were given an extra week to train and whatnot, get used to the system and whatnot. But I don't know, man. It just weird. The money thing, the new manager. I think it's more of mentality because I know these players can be good. These players are good. I think it's just that they're not in the right state of mind. Your teammates are fighting. There's drama, all this nonsense. It's a bit hard for them to focus.
Sure enough. So now let's talk about the elephant in the before we talk about the other match. The elephant also, the elephant.
The what?
Was Nagelsmann, was he actually sacked or are we over to? Because I look at his record in Bayern Munich, his record isn't that bad for him to be sacked.
Mhm.
So is he actually being sacked or we're just too going overboard because of that?
Now, I've seen a lot of theories. People saying that he was sacked because he was girlfriend with some reporter or something like that. Other people are saying he was sacked because they wanted Tuchel. They were afraid that Real Madrid was going to go for him, which makes some sense. Which makes sense. But
Mhm.
if you're a team, right? You're Bayern. You have already trusted this man. You've brought him in. You've given him a 5-year deal, and he's not like he's doing bad. He's doing well. He's playing well. He's in all three cup competition. Look, as soon as Tuchel came in, they dropped out of already one cup competition.
And they lost now.
They lost now. They're out of two. It is so funny. They hired this man because they thought he could win the treble.
Just
And what
imagine
did
they
he
don't
do?
win the bond and just imagine they don't win the Bundesliga.
Abdullah, they're finished. Abdullah, I don't know. And this is what I want Chelsea fans. I tell them, I argue with them. I say, listen, yes, he did a good job, yes, with us, but do not forget this guy's problems, man. Don't forget it. He's gone. He's gone. Let's move forward. Let's not try to look back.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's a very interesting thing, Abdullah. It's a very, very interesting thing.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So because for me, I look at it, I'm like Nagelsmann record isn't that bad it's not that bad in Bayern. It's not
It's
that
good.
bad. It's good. So his record is actually very good. So why he was sacked, I can understand why he was sacked. So but it's actually not that bad. But now this is where I'm gonna talk now. You brought in Tuchel to what? Is it to win the UCL or to what? Because you bring in Tuchel. How many times is he gonna have to prepare his team to get his team ready to face man? It's gonna be difficult because he has a break in central back in Upamecano and the leg. Those of them are good class.
No, 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 Abdullah. Let us be fair. Nagelsmann made this guy look good.
Mm-hmm.
People were praising him before this. Everyone was praising him before this. Let us be fair.
Because now Upamecano has committed two blunders in the first leg and in the second leg. He
Mhm.
committed two blunders.
And Abdullah, an entire
Two
season of
costly
playing
blunders
well.
too. Mm-hmm.
I know, of course, yes, but an entire season of playing well, all of a sudden you make two bad mistakes.
Mm-hmm.
Really? It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. You cannot be so good and then out of nowhere just become shit.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to think about this way. And the problem with the Bayern board, I don't understand is, I think what happened is, when they got that semi-final draw with City, the
Mm-hmm.
Bayern board sat down. They said, "Listen, Tuchel he's there. Real Madrid are going to move for him soon. We have Manchester City. This guy has beaten Pep. He knows. They said they thought that he had Pep's phone number.
Mm-hmm.
I know this guy. He knows. You just bring him. German team, German coach. He has been coaching our rivals for how long? He understands.
Mm-hmm.
It was a Hollywood risk. I'm not going to lie. It was a Hollywood risk because if it worked out, if Tuchel beat Pep and was still in the race for a treble, all of us would
Yeah.
be would be so shocked.
Yeah.
It is a big Hollywood move, and it failed. It failed
Mm-hmm.
miserably.
Mm-hmm. But can we say
Failed
Tuchel has
miserably.
been unlucky because every club he's gone to, they usually not have a striker. He's been to every club where whenever he took over a club, no recognized number 9 apart from Dortmund
No,
where he had to be
but Abdullah, you're acting as if they put a gun on his head to sign the contract. It is your choice. He has assessed the squad. He said, okay, this is what you have. I think I can do something with it. Fine.
Mm-hmm.
You cannot partake in job and then say, no, the job is bad. What? You looked at the job, you looked at the contract, you said, okay, I can do this. Why are you running away now? It doesn't make sense.
I agree. I agree. I agree. So because for me, when I look at it, I'm like, okay, I understand that, but I also look at Bayern board because for me they look very stupid now. You let go of
Yes, very.
Nagelsmann, and now you're out of the DFB Pokal and the UCL. So why did you let Nagelsmann go? And now I'm hearing it's gonna talk about Chelsea. We're gonna talk about it a little bit, but
Wonderful. I
Nagelsmann
love it.
Nagelsmann is leaving. Now you bring in Tuchel because now you put in Tuchel in a precarious situation where he has to deliver, which
Yeah.
you're on the risk of if you do not win if you let Borussia Dortmund win the Bundesliga, they have to sack Oliver Kahn and Salihamidzic. Both of them needs to step down. Both needs to step
They
down.
have
If that
to. They
happens,
have to.
both of them needs to step down. They have to. You
Now,
cannot
Abdullah, I
let
want you to
Dortmund win the
imagine
league.
this. Imagine this to make it even worse. Imagine if Nagelsmann does extremely well at Chelsea. First season wins the Premier League.
Imagine that. Our first season
That
won
would
the
just
treble. We win the
be
Premier
so
League, FA Cup,
painful.
and the Carabao Cup. Just
Yeah,
imagine that.
that would just be so painful for them.
Mm-hmm.
That would be the worst. I would actually argue that is the worst football decision ever. It is a contender.
Exactly. I'm not lying.
It's a contender. That will be.
Mm-hmm. But for me, Tuchel is an elite manager, though, so it's understood. It's understood, though. It's understood.
No,
So
of course, of course, of course, of
he's an
course.
elite manager. So for me, he should
Core.
deliver. He should deliver next season for me. He should deliver as an elite manager. So, Cole,
This
your take
guy
on
was.
the Mancity versus Bayern match. Do you blame the board or Tuchel and everything? And give me your take, brother.
Who is that that's laughing? Who is that that's laughing?
It's
Oh,
me, man. What's up?
oh
How are
God.
you?
Oh, what's up? What's going on?
Yeah.
Oga, that's Bayern Munich for you nowadays. Oh, I'm not surprised, Oga, because I'm not so. Oh no, I'm not surprised. It's normal. It's
But
You know,
normal,
do
Oga.
do
Abdullah, I tell
you
you something
think
funny.
okay? Because I know you
This
wanted.
guy, call
I
your
know you
tweet.
wanted. You wanted.
You're calling Nagelsmann a
Hold on,
terrorist
Seman.
for how
I
long?
know you wanted Nagelsmann out, but do you blame the board that they are making a scattergun decision in terms of bringing Tuchel now, or should have waited a little bit in terms of the end of the season? Then
I wish we did it after the
Villarreal
Villarreal game. After the Villarreal game
last season.
last
Last
season.
season.
I think
Okay,
that's when we should have
Yes.
brought in Tuchel.
Tuchel. Okay.
You know.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wait, no, that season he was still in
He, he,
Chelsea,
He
right?
was still in
he
Chelsea.
was
He
so
was still in
tough. He was
Chelsea.
so
Yes.
tough,
Oh,
man.
okay, then I think we should have done it in the beginning of the season. I mean, no,
Yeah,
when Chelsea sacked Tuchel, that's when we should have sacked Nagelsmann and went to go get him.
but
That's
he
yeah.
took a break. He wanted to take a break.
He
He wanted
wanted
to
to
take a
take a
break.
break. He
He
wanted
Yeah,
to
because
he
take a break.
he
wanted
got divorced.
he
He got
wanted
divorced and whatnot.
he wanted to take a break, but when he came to Bayern, he said that the project in Bayern is very interesting. So
Mm-hmm.
he like no, it will be said he wants to go there and really like come there and be the coach of Bayern. So he wasn't trying to relax. But me, I know you guys are laughing, but there's no need to laugh. Bayern, look, we are right. The thing
I'm
is,
listening. Mm-hmm. I'm listening.
these players are not serious. No desire. No, like the mentality is too weak. We have to change so many things. So many things. Like we don't have a proper Iron Robin and Ruby replacement. Alfonso Davis is another player who needs to be sold. Janabri needs to be sold.
Alfonso.
These guys are very washed. And
Core.
that Upamecano guy. Remember, brother, I told you, Upamecano is headless chicken after headless chicken after headless chicken. I don't know why you guys were trusting in Upamecano. I told you about this African guy. He feels like an African man with no head. Yeah, I'm
You
telling
know,
you.
I tell you something funny. I tell you something funny, man. This entire
Yeah.
season, every time I enter the football
Well, under
space,
Nagelsmann,
people talk about
but call,
Upamecano and they shake.
under Nagelsmann, it was good. Though. It was very good. Under the Nagelsmann, it was very
Under
good.
Yeah, he was
under
good.
Nagelsmann, right? He was good, but it still did not overshadow his mistakes.
Yes.
Against Leverkusen, he made a mistake. Nagelsmann was coach then. He made a mistake there. Against these teams in the beginning of the season, like Union Berlin and all that, he was the one who made the mistakes. So Gladbach too. I keep telling people this, Bayern fans is that, to be really honest, we need to just cut these, like Upamecano needs to be sold because he cannot live up to Jerome Boateng's level. We are trying. The Bayern fans want him to become like Jerome Boateng, but he's not at that level yet. You see, and he won't get to that level because he is just such a bad defender. So for me, my thing is, give Tuchel one more season.
Mm-hmm.
Today, personally, I would say that yes, we played a good game, but it's not just about performance. It's about us getting the ball at the back of the net, and we
You're
don't
right.
have a striker. We don't have a striker for that. We don't have a DM who can close the passing lanes, can press those transitional plays, and all. We don't have that DM. So at
Cole,
the moment,
I'm going to say something. Cole, I'm going to say something. All right.
go ahead.
We had this guy last season, and our top scorer was Jorginho, penalties.
Hmm.
So you should never expect this guy to bring you goals. Reece James was our attacking threat. Thiago
Hmm.
Silva was our attacking threat last season. Koulibaly was our attacking threat.
Listen, I
Tuchel,
hear
man.
what you're saying. I hear what you're saying. I hear what you're saying, but the way I'll believe it is if, let's say, beginning of the season, we are starting to play really poorly. And then,
Yeah.
like, he goes on a run of three bad games, then we'll sack Tuchel. But the thing is, the reason why I trust in Tuchel is because Tuchel is trying to bring back the German principle, the 4-2-3-1 formation, the old German style of football. You understand? That's why
Yeah.
I don't blame Tuchel for this game. Because you look at someone like Nagelsmann, he wants to experiment to the point that, we don't know what formation we are playing. One game we are playing 3-4 this, one game we are playing 3-3-4-3. One game we are like you don't know what formation we are. One game we are playing 3-4-1-2. You don't know what formation you are playing. You know. So my thing is, if you don't know what formation you are playing and you are coming out here and telling us that, oh, like Bayern fans are like, oh, Tuchel, why does he continue to play 4-2-3-1? He's playing it because that's the best formation for Bayern Munich. That
But
formation is a what?
Cole, you guys were unbeaten though. You were unbeaten though. You were
No,
unbeaten
no, no,
though.
no, 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 no. Unbeaten where?
Oh, people are
On
complaining
the
about your
Champions
mic.
League,
What's going? What, what,
he was in a good run. He
oh
was in a
God,
good run.
what's going on with Cos mic? We can hear call. The people are saying your mic is a little bit
Oh, my
low.
mic is. Can you guys hear me?
We
Can
can
you
We
hear
can
guys
you
hear
hear
you,
me?
now.
but it's a bit maybe it's a bit loud. That's
Sorry,
okay.
oh God, sorry. Can you hear me now?
We
Yeah,
can
we can
hear
hear
you.
you. I can hear you, man. We can hear you.
Okay. So, like, to be really honest with you, man, like a whole lot of Sane hasn't lived up to potential. Janabri, they all need to be sold because they. I'm just so sick and tired of Abdullahi. To be really honest with you,
Oh, they
last
said it's too
season.
loud. They say you are too loud. It's too loud.
I
Oh,
think maybe the pitch. You need to reduce the pitch, like the microphone level.
The mic was one level.
Can you guys
No,
hear
it's
me?
off, man. Yeah. Okay, now it's good. Now it's
Yeah,
good.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's good. Good. It's
so
good.
we just need to really change a lot of things like this summer. And one thing that I would say too is Jan Summer, my goodness. I can't stand that guy anymore. I just can't. I oh god, like I don't know if he eats too much chocolate or I don't know what's going on, but
Ah,
that
uh,
guy. I don't know. I
But
don't
you don't
know.
blame
We
him
can.
for this ghost now. You can't blame him for the ghost you considered now. You can't blame
No,
him.
no, 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 no. But let me tell you something, right?
He's a good
We
keeper, man. He's a
have
good keeper.
he's a good keeper. I'm not saying he's not good. He's a very good goalkeeper. But the problem is in Gladbach, he had a system that favored him. You understand?
Yeah, yeah.
Bayern Munich, the system is we need a goalkeeper who can pass out of the back.
Pass. Yeah, exactly. It's because of Neuer.
Someone,
It's because of Neuer.
like a Neuer or something like that, you know.
Man, that
So,
guy's ball control was crazy, man. Just crazy.
so his passing out of the back is not that good, and he's very good at shot stopping. But even though his shot stopping too is also to be questioned, because against Hoffenheim in the weekend, he conceded a very lousy goal. Today too, that goal could have also been saved, you know, if he just stood his ground. So I don't know. And the Rodri one, same thing. I think we
No,
need
no.
to get rid of
Rodri's one
these
was a
guys.
gem. Rodri's goal was a gem. It was just
No,
beautiful,
that
man. That
goal.
goal was
If
beautiful.
it's Neuer saves that goal.
I
I'll
don't
be
think
honest with
so.
you.
I don't think so.
I
I
don't
think
think so,
Neuer
man.
saves it.
Because the
I
way
think
did you
Neuer
see how
saves
it went
because
up?
you know
It
why?
went
Let me
up.
tell you something.
It
I'll be
went up
like,
and then it came down.
Summer go hand go catch here, like it go touch the ball before it go even go in. Where it deflect his hand go in. Nah, I tell you, Neuer go catch him. Neuer go catch him because that ball, to be honest,
Mm-hmm.
that's what really shocked me in the two legs. Though that goal.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, man, City will get knocked out against Real Madrid. I'll be like,
Relax. Easy, easy, relax.
don't get knocked out.
Easy,
Oh, Abdul,
easy.
I'm telling you, they're really gonna get knocked out.
So cold. I think this
Relax.
is the year where City
Are
do
you
it.
serious?
No,
Relax.
I'm serious.
Calm,
I'm
City
really
calm
do
down.
it,
serious.
bro.
Oh,
Relax.
the
Calm
number 15,
down.
number 15, number 15.
Look,
Hashtag number
look,
15.
Guled,
look,
Guled, you are
look.
sick. Guled, join the show. You are sick. Guled, you are
I
sick.
think they're gonna.
Gullet. Shout out Gullet, man. Shout
Abi,
out, shout out.
Relax, relax.
I
Go
be
rest.
listen. I be like,
We'll
I be
see
look.
next month. Relax, relax, relax. Man
I
City,
be like,
see,
listen.
the
I be
difference
like,
between
listen,
Man
listen.
City last season and this season, Man City has a coach. Last
Oh,
season,
Man City
why they
managed
lost
to
to see?
treble this season, bro. They're gonna do
Yes,
it.
yes, but
Wait on, you are
but
sick.
look, Man City go play the defensive football better than us, and they will counter attack too better than how we counter attack them. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Real Madrid will be City. They'll be City.
No,
Oh,
they won't.
no problem.
I think City wins the treble this season, bro.
No,
That
no, no,
man,
no, no.
it's a scary
Wait
feeling,
on, you
man.
are
It's a
sick.
scary
Wait on,
feeling.
you are sick. You are
I don't
sick.
But
think so.
but
Team, who are you a Chelsea fan?
what?
Are you a Chelsea fan?
Yes, yes.
Damn, bro, it's scary hours for you rival fan, man. It's scary hours, man.
It
So
is,
wait
bro.
on, let me
Literally,
come
it's
to
fucking.
you. Wait on. What? Let me come to you. Bayern losing, Upamecano, Bayern board, and everything. Your take.
Me personally, I know people blaming up on Meccano, which is rightfully, but Bayern to me lost that time the first leg. Like you can't lose 3-0 away from home. If you're gonna lose, at least lose by one goal or two. Even 2-0 wouldn't be bad. 2-0 wouldn't be that bad. Because with 2-0, if you just score one goal, you're back in the tie. You're back in the tie.
Yeah.
But when it's a 3-goal deficit, it's such a drag because City pretty much what they did was a professional. They went to Bayern Munich. They sat back. They're like Bayern needs Bayern are the one that needs to go. We don't need to We don't need to attack them. So Pep is like, here, Bayern, here's the ball, and you try to create. And what's been happening with Bayern? They ever since Tuchel, it's not Tuchel's fault, but it just the attackers haven't been able to score. Like for example, Leo Sane, in my opinion,
Just chip the goalkeeper. Just chip him.
he should have scored that first leg. He had like two good chances. He got to score that. Any elite wingers or any elite attacker, at least put one of them over. I'm not going to score both. Put one of them over. Test Ederson. Even Test Ederson. He shot it straight at Ederson. And today, if he scores that goal, maybe I still think City goes through because it's a 3-1 deficit. But maybe Bayern gets life. But you got to score that on your left. It was on your left foot too. You simply have to score that. It wasn't even on target. So it is what it is. And me personally, I know Corey's saying, that goal. I mean, that goal Roger scored, that's a world-class goal. No keeper is saving that, bro. Like, not only that, it was on his weaker foot one, and it was top bench, bro.
Thank
No
you.
keeper.
Thank you.
Like, because the thing about that goal, Core, if I tell Rodgers to score that goal, if I tell him you have 9 tries to score that goal, he probably only scores it 1 out of 9 times. If I tell him to score it again, he probably won't score it again because it's such a worldy goal. Nobody's saving that, bro. It reminds me of the Too Crazy goal that Too Crazy score against Courtois against the Villarreal game. It just some goal. There's nothing you could do about it. It is what it is. But yeah, Bayern to me lost that time. Upper McCartney single-handedly gave them 2 goals in that first leg. The goal that Bernardo Silva scored, the goal that Haaland scored, he didn't even track his man. And today he slipped again. Honestly, that was just the icing on the cake. I mean, when Haaland, me personally, I wanted Haaland to score the penalty because I was like, I just wanted this game to end, bro. Because the more Bayern didn't score, I watched the game even more. But the moment Haaland scored a goal, I stopped watching the game. I knew the game was done then because Bayern, I swear, Bayern could have played till midnight. They probably wouldn't score any goals unless if it's a penalty. Because they just can't score. I don't know what it is. They just, in the final third, they create chances. But in the final
they don't have a striker.
Yeah, they just brain dead. Because that's what happened in the Champions League. In the Champions League, you gotta have killer in the box, bro. You simply do.
It's all about moments.
The Champions League, can you rise when your moment comes? That's what Real Madrid did last year. We suffer when we had to defend, and when the moment came, like for example, the Champions League final, Abdullah. Look how many chances Liverpool had. Real Madrid, right? We only had 2 big chances in that Champions League. The goal Benzema scored, that was offside, right? And the goal Vinicius scored. Those are the only chances Real Madrid had in the entire game, and we took it. Salah had so many chances to score, and he just simply didn't. And you get punished in the Champions League. And I mean, Choupo-Moting was coming back from an injury. I didn't really expect him to really impact today's game. So, and me personally, I don't know why. I know Muller's older player, but I would have started him today. You need experience in these type of moment. Just play Muller. I don't see why not play Muller. Then you bring on Musiala in the second half for more energy. I would have started Muller today because why not? You down 3-0. What do you have to lose? So to just play Muller. And I would have started Mane too because Sane proved that he can score goals. Mane, even for the little bit of time Mane came on.
No, I think their hands were tied on the money issue.
Yeah, I think that's what I thought too because the whole punchy thing. I think he would start Mane, but because it's politics, they probably didn't start Mane. But I would have started Muller today. But personally, I mean, Bayern can only blame themselves, man. Like you sacking a coach like a week or 5 days before this game. It's crazy. At least let Nagelsmann play this game. I'm not saying they would have won with Nagelsmann, but at least let Nagelsmann. If they lose to City, yeah, you could fire him because the season is pretty much over. Because
bro, we need a what was that thing called again? All out, all or nothing on Bayern specifically for that decision. I want to know exactly why.
Because I don't see why. Like, just let Nagelsmann finish up the season. Then if you lose, like for example, if Nagelsmann was the coach today, yeah, if Bayern were to fire Nagelsmann after today's game, nobody would be like, oh my god. People would just be like, okay, because they lost in the Champions League, so Nagelsmann is gone. Because the season before he lost to Villarreal, so it's understandable. But the fact that you do it before the German Cup and the Champions League is crazy. Like, there's no way. And funny thing too, I see people blaming Tuchel. I mean, Tuchel coached these guys well. What he did, I mean, Tuchel did everything he could. He coached them well to score. They just can't score goals. Like Sane should have scored. Goretzka had a good chance. He didn't score. Musiala had a good chance first thing he can score. Like,
I don't know about you guys, but Goretzka had a worse game than Open Nakano. That's what I think.
That's
that guy, man.
Nobody's gonna talk about Goretzka because Upper Meccano because Haaland scored a goal off it. That's how football is. People just look at the minor detail. And the thing,
let me read the comments. My bad, apologies. So keep talking. Bob said, "I like AC Milan what they bring to the table in the knockout. Yes, Madrid needs to save football. We shall see next month. Very scared. No comment. Let's move on. I didn't say that. I did not say that. Vilton, I'm sorry, you guys will eat City like crap.
But that's the thing. I don't think City gonna play like that because if you look
I also think he said he also think Courtois have to come with a big game if you guys have to go.
Yeah, for sure. We're gonna need Courtois.
Yeah, I have reached comment to Lex. Apologies.
So the reason I said that because Real Madrid were passive too yesterday. City were pretty much played the same way Real Madrid played against Chelsea. We're up 2-0. City were up 3-0. They were passive. They're like, we don't need to score goals. Chelsea don't not need to come at us. Bayern don't not need to come at us. So they were kind of lazy and passive.
Because I think if the game was, I think if it was us leading you guys 2-0, I think you guys would have come
yeah,
out more
because
yesterday.
Real Madrid didn't need to get out of second gear at all. Like it
Mhm.
because we were winning. Like there's no need.
Because if for example,
Guys,
that was
it's not fair. It's not Abdullah. It's not fair to look at that Chelsea Real game and think of tactics. There was no tactics.
Yeah,
That
because
game, there was no tactics. When
like
you
if
have an arrow, Abdullah, when you have an arrow pointing at your own goal, when you have an arrow pointing at your own goal, there's no tactics involved in that.
like this is what I mean about football school. Upper McConnell, right? He's been having a good season, but not that many people watch Bundesliga and stuff like that, right? People only watch Bayern Munich when they play in the Champions League. And for example, he was okay at the World Cup. He didn't have a bad World Cup. But because of those moments against Manchester City, I guarantee everybody's gonna say this guy is trash, he's garbage. Yeah, it's a bad moment. It happens, but the fact that me personally, I think the tie was
so
down.
another question they said, FFC, but do you think it's decided that the second leg is at Etihad?
Yeah, it definitely is because since the second leg's at their stadium, we have to at least get that. We have to win the first leg for sure. If we can't lose that first leg. I know that for a fact. We cannot lose that first leg.
Because if you lose first leg, you cannot Etihad. You're gonna be difficult.
Anything is possible. Football is football. Anything is possible because I mean, who expected what you call it? Like Tottenham. I mean, Tottenham didn't beat them, but Liverpool went there and beat them, and I think Lyon went there and beat them. But anything is possible in football, right? But
Sterling.
yeah, on a tactical base though, we have to win that first leg for sure because we have and the thing I think we have to win it by 2 goals or more. 2 goals or more. Like we have to beat them by a 2-goal deficit. 2-1, yeah, we can live. Honestly, I just hope Real Madrid win that first leg. If we're gonna get a bad result, I hope it's a draw.
Wilson, I want to put you on the spot now. Will you Let's say, for example, because Bayern are leading, they are only 2 points ahead of Borussia Dortmund in the Bundesliga. If Bayern Munich doesn't win the Bundesliga, they knocked out already in the DFB Pokal, they're out of the UCL, and they lose the Bundesliga to Borussia Dortmund. Now, who is the microscope it's gonna be?
That's the thing. I think Bayern's gonna win the Bundesliga because after what I saw last weekend, Borussia Dortmund are not a serious club, bro.
But what if they don't?
They're up 2-0 against a 16th place team who are 10 men down, and they somehow bottle it. And how can I put my trust in that team, bro? Not only they bottle 2-0, Abdullah, they scored 3rd goal in the 95th minute, and you somehow all you have to do. There's like 30 seconds left in the game. They're down 10 men.
No, Wilton, in the imaginary world that somehow Dortmund decide to clutch up and Bayern just completely shit themselves.
Oliver Kahn and the other guy, he has to get fired. They have to get fired. They have to get fired. Horrible decision, bro. Horrible.
No, I think resign is better. They have to make a public resignation.
That's just bad because Bayern Munich, what is Bayern Munich know? They know to be a
well-run YouTube live stream, right? YouTube live stream with sufficient.
Big European club, and most people always say Bayern Munich is a well-run club. But
Ebbe said Tchouameni needs to start in the midfield. We'll see. Second game is at Etihad. City are winning. We'll see. Because this is me talking now in terms of watching the match. I'm like, okay, I understand why you don't want Nagelsmann, but I look at Nagelsmann's record. Nagelsmann has a very good record in Bayern, and he improved a lot of those players there in terms of their decision making. Not as much as you don't have Lewandowski, but you improve them. They score goals, and they concede less. And you put in Tuchel in a precarious situation where you have to see. Tuchel is an elite manager, but this will look very stupid. If they lose the Bundesliga to Borussia Dortmund, it won't go well.
They won't. Dortmund a bottle job. They won't. They should, but Dortmund a bottle job. Like I told you, bro, they were up 2-0 against a 10-man team that's gonna get relegated, and they somehow.
No. Wilton, that was disgusting. That was just shameful. That was shameful.
Bro, not only that, Keeman, they scored a 3rd goal. There's like 50 seconds left before the game is over, and they concede a 3rd goal and tie the game 3-3. Like
Wilton, the thing is, I don't usually watch Bundesliga. Maybe I'll look at the highlights and whatnot. But the game that the derby they had with Bayern, I actually watched it. I said, you know what, I'm going to watch this game because I know that if they win this, then there's an actual possibility that someone else can win.
And it was like 3-0.
How the hell do you get rolled over that hard?
I mean, that's what Bayern does to Dortmund. Like the first 20 minutes, 3-0.
No, I think it's match fixing. Honestly, I swear to God, doesn't Dortmund own Bayern a shit ton of money?
I don't know. So
Relax. So, Mr. K, how you doing, sir? Your take on Bayern Manchester City? Mr. K, oh.
I mean, I expected Mancity to win that game. I'm a little disappointed they didn't smash Bayern by 2 goals to 0. I think City will win the Madrid
Hey,
game
Sharp, I
too.
can't talk bullet, sharp bullet.
Go ahead.
I think City will win the Madrid game too, both home and away. Easy, probably like by 2 goals margin. Easy. I was just disappointed with the way they played. I feel like they were stuck in one gear for a long time. I feel like they should have just go ahead and smash them. It was just like the same thing Madrid did with Chelsea. Like, yeah, just like, we don't want to smash these people by like 5 goals yesterday. So I think Upamecano both legs had a horrendous game. I think he's
Had
a
a
good
shocker.
defender.
He had a shocker.
I think the one thing about Upamecano is passing into midfield and to attack is really good. But sometimes one-on-one defending it can be horrendous. So, it got lucky it didn't get sent off in the first half too with the offside call. And yeah, I mean those little individual mistakes was probably key. And I feel like City was just cruising the whole time. Was just like game management mode. So I still think City should win this year's Champions League easy. I don't see anyone really giving them a headache to win that thing. I think this is City's year to win it. This is it. That's just it. I mean, the game wasn't. There was nothing
Okay.
really.
Like the question I asked Newton, Mr. K, I'm gonna ask you the same question. If they lose the Bundesliga to Dortmund, who are you gonna look at the microscope at? I'm like, okay, you guys need to get
No,
the
no,
heck out
no.
of here.
I think it was a stupid decision to fire Nagelsmann at the time they fired him. Yeah, I guess Tuchel was up for grab, but Tuchel will be up for grab for at least till the summer. So they should have just waited for him to like at least lose the Champions League. I mean, if let's say Nagelsmann lost the what's it called the Champions League game by like 4 or 5 goals now, probably Chelsea wouldn't be going for him now too. But they are feeling like, oh, he did a good job in the Champions League. That's why Chelsea are probably going for him too, which is a stupid decision by the way.
I
But
don't think it's unplayable. I don't want to go too much on Chelsea. We'll get it
yeah, no,
tomorrow.
no,
We'll
no.
talk about
I'm
it.
not
Hey,
even going too
hey,
much
hey,
on
don't
Chelsea.
hate, don't hate, don't hate, don't hate,
Like
don't hate. We got our manager. We
I've
got our
already
guy.
given
Don't
up.
hate.
I've already given up on that team. So like, right now, we're currently focusing on City. So I mean, I feel like they should have given him the chance to at least finish the season, see how the season goes. Then they can make their decision off of what happened during the season. But just firing him like that, especially with what he did, it was a bad decision. I think they are gonna regret it, but it is what it is.
Fair enough. Fair enough for me. Fair enough. Let me get a shout to the people. So Gula said, "Salam alaikum Abdullah. I'm a bit. I got you, but no worries, no worries. We are here for you always. We are here for you." So big up to you. Big said Pep is getting smarter. There's no point in trying to smash Bayern, which may lead you to expose if you control the game. So Mourinho handwork chapter one. He's been doing that recently though. So I have to respect. And this is the first time he's been sticking to a formation, just one formation. Is it 3-2-4-1? 3-2-4-1 formation, which he has been using a lot. So when Justin is in the midfield with Rodri, so he's been doing that a lot. So which is Pep he's been very like in terms of the formation right now. He's not overthinking anymore. He's been very precise and like
Abdullah, I cannot wait for post Pep City.
relax. It might be Luis Enrique City. Never can tell. So we have to wait and see. But it is what it is. Well, I'm loving what I'm seeing in Mancity and Pep. I'm loving what I'm seeing with them because it's very, very good. And we'll see. Can they win it? Yes. Will they win it? It's a big decision because you are playing against I'll say it again. The defending champion of the Champions League. They know this team knows how to win it. So that is I can't even put money on Madrid to lose them because I know for fact, when you think Madrid is dead, they just come alive and beat you. That's it. It's Madrid. They are fun in doing this bullshit. They are good in doing that. So we have to wait and see. But I believe last season the different factor was because they don't have Alan. And now this season they have Alan. You give Alan 3 chances, he will score those 3 chances. He will bury it. Max, he will bury 2 out of those 3 chances because he is clinical. Last season they don't have that clinical edge, but this season they have it. So Madrid needs to be very careful in their defending.
Abdullah. So what you're saying, if it was one of Chelsea's attackers, that Alan goal, they will somehow run into Upamecano sleeping on the floor. How that will happen, I don't know. They will somehow run into the guy sleeping on the floor. That finish from Haaland, it was just a clearance, and Haaland just hold up the play and just destroyed them. I think that literally killed the tie.
Mm-hmm. That's a confidence player. Who is confidence in the goal? That's someone that is confidence. That's a confidence guy. That's a confidence guy for me. Who is in form of his life? Who can score as many? It's gonna keep breaking the record. We're gonna have that discussion when it gets time, because I don't think we're gonna have it right now, but we have that discussion. So Vilton, for the very first time since 2005, we're gonna have it. It's official, the Milan derby. AC Milan. The last time I saw a Milan derby was in 2005, the quarterfinal.
I was 7 years old, so this is
it was 2005. It was 2005.
This is the first time I'm gonna experience.
Yeah, it's gonna be the first time since 2005.
That's gonna be a crazy game, man. That game is 50-50. If you don't know a game that's 50-50, a game that you don't bet on is that game, because either team can win, because they both are doing very bad in the league. Inter hasn't won a game in the league since March, I think. So they're just a cup team at the moment. AC Milan destroyed Napoli like 4-0 a couple of weeks back, and they just beat Napoli, the best team in Serie A right now. So it's gonna be, and I believe AC's in 4th place and Inter's in 5th place. It's a 2-point gap between them. So it's a very, very close game, man. And it's gonna be a hell of a game. The atmosphere, I'm just excited to see the atmosphere. I know it's gonna be crazy, man, with those fans. Man, for the first time. Yeah, so we guarantee an Italian team in the final, and we also guarantee one of the Milan clubs gonna be in the final.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be
whoever it's gonna be, we don't know, but one of the Milan fans is gonna be in the final.
So many cool things, man. We have Rafael Leao versus Martinez, Lukaku, Barella, Theo Hernandez, Magmignan, Onana, two very good goalkeepers, two very good goalkeeper, very good defensive team too. That stepped it up, so it's gonna be a very good game, man. I can't wait for it, man. That game, that's if you're a football history merchant, this is the game.
Match. That's the match. That's the match I want to watch.
If you're a football historic merchant, man, this is the game that you want to watch. That derby is gonna be crazy, man. And I mean, one of the most famous pictures in ever photos with Rio Costa and Materazzi doing the Italian derbies. Materazzi leaning on Rio Costa's shoulder. And you see all those smoke, all the red flare on the pitch, because it was, I think it was doing the 2003, 2005.
Oh, Giroud versus Lukaku. I didn't forget,
Chelsea need a number 9, man.
No comment.
Extra. And Lukaku's still your player, by the way, right? So if Inter to win the Champions League, do you guys get a little bit more money or not? How does it work?
I don't know. But if it's the Boli guys, then most probably they have a Ballon d'Or ticket.
Yeah, he's still your player, so it's crazy, man. Giroud versus Lukaku, man. Man, that's gonna be a great game, man. Great game, man. I'm not gonna be even surprised if I see cars and across both games, man, because it's gonna be a crazy game, man. Because don't forget the San Siro, they gonna move to a new stadium. Milan's gonna have a stadium. And enter because the San Siro they can't renovate it.
When the new stadium is gonna be ready? When
it should be ready by next season, I think. Milan's building their own. At first, they were gonna just build a big one for both of them, but I think they're getting their separate stadium. So Milan's getting theirs and Inter's getting theirs because they can't renovate the San Siro no more because it's too old. They can't renovate it, so So this might be the last big derby we have in the Champions League, like between the.
So by next season, whoever go to the Champions League will be playing in the new stadium, right? Is that what I'm hearing?
I think so. I'm not sure 100% right, but I know for sure the San Siro is gonna be closed down because it's too old. They can't renovate it anymore.
Okay.
So this is I mean, we haven't had an Italian derby since 2005, so it's been a while. And the last time we had one was
in 05.
Yeah, 05, and Milan won like 5-0, I think. So
Mm-hmm.
and to be fair to Milan, they have a good record against the Italian team in the Champions League. They beat Juve, they beat Napoli, they beat Inter. So it's gonna be a good game, man. I can't wait for it, man. Lukaku could go to a Champions League final, man. That's crazy. Or Giroud could go to another final. But me personally, the final I want to watch is AC Milan versus Madrid. But it's too good to be true, man. The two most successful club in the Champions League versus each other. But football doesn't work like that, man. I don't think we're gonna get that final, man.
Let me see. Yeah, Mr. K, finally is official. Since 2005, the first time after 05, the Milan derby. AC Milan versus Inter Milan. You think, brother? The Milan derby is official. The semi-final of the UCL, the UEFA Champions League semis, the Milan derby.
Yeah, I think that would be a good game. That would be a good game. Like two teams that understand each other. I don't know. It can literally swing anywhere. I can't predict that game. Like the City Madrid game, I'm confident. I think City will win that game easily. I'm confident, but the Milan game, I don't know, man. That game is very tight. It can literally go anywhere. So it's gonna be an interesting game. You know, seeing Giroud go out.
Mm-hmm. We can't hear you. We can't hear. I think we lost you.
Oh! I said it will be a good game. It will probably be a very, very close game.
Mm-hmm.
Go seeing Giroud, Lukaku go at it will be good. I mean, I think Dzeko will probably start ahead of Lukaku, but I think it will be a very, very, very close game. I can't predict that game. I could still predict the City Madrid game. I could see City winning that game, but the Milan derby.
I'm not sure that we will see. I'm not sure.
I'm pretty sure. I know.
You're not playing Dortmund.
I know what City will do. Don't worry about City.
We will see next month.
Don't worry about my City.
We will see next. It's Madrid. They are the champions. So
I know we don't care about there's a new sheriff in town.
We'll see.
I'm pretty confident about City's triumph this time, but the Milan game, it could go anywhere, man. It could go anywhere. So it's gonna be an exciting one.
Keyman is official. The Milan derby. The last time I watched the Milan derby was in 05 in the quarterfinal. That's the last time I watched a Milan derby.
Abdullah, I'm going to tell you something, guys. I'm a bit of a romantic, huh? I'm a bit of a romantic guy. You understand? When I saw that Milan and Inter were on the same bracket, especially the easier side, I said we have to have a Milan derby. We have to. Benfica, Napoli, that's boring. There's nothing there. Milan derby, come on now. But the question was, I didn't think Inter could beat Benfica and Milan beating Napoli until guess what? Until that game they beat Napoli 4 and Inter beat Juventus and Lukaku got that abuse. Lukaku racism bounce. That game, as soon as he scored that penalty, I realized we are getting our Milan derby. This is good. It's going to be a good match. And personally, I would rather. Firstly, my first option is I want one of the Milan teams to win the Champions League. If that's not possible, Real, I beg you, please stop these people, please.
You don't want to lose the treble.
Please stop them, man. Please, I know. I'd rather watch. The thing is, if City win the Prem and the FA Cup, no one cares. They do it every year. No one gives a shit. And it pisses them off. No one cares. But if they win the Champions League, we can't ignore them.
Yeah, we can't ignore them. Yeah.
Because they won. Because the thing about it, right?
When City wins the Prem, you're right, Key, man. They won 4 out of 5 Prem. You don't even feel it. Like you don't see.
No one cares.
You don't feel it. But I guarantee you, bro. If, like, for example, Liverpool winning that one Premier League, Liverpool fans still talk about it to this day.
Of course.
Arsenal win the Prem, you're gonna hear it for the next decade or 20
You know
years.
the thing is, Bolton. The only people who are complaining about City winning a Prem this year is the United fans because they don't want them to get the three-peat.
The treble, yeah, the
But
three.
anyone else, people say, City, your job is to win the Champions League, and you can't do it. You can't do. Look at the team that they have. John Stone is a better midfielder than Kovacic. Make that make sense.
And you just got one of the best goal scorer in the world right now.
Listen. This Milan derby is exactly what we need. We need this. We need football again. We don't need this experiment, Powerpuff Girls type shit with chemical X. No, we don't need that, man. We don't need that. We need good passion. But okay, to be honest with you, another player that I'm looking for is Charlanolu. Okay, is he going to play? Because I know that usually he gets injured and whatnot. I want to see Charlanolu. Huh?
We might see though. It depends. We'll see.
You know the thing is, he used to play for Milan, then he came to Inter. So I know if he pops off in that game, it's going to be painful. And I have a question for you, Abdullah. I have a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
Why is it that Giroud, every team that he plays with, they do well in the Champions League? Why?
Mm-hmm. That's what they did Giroud for.
This guy just having horrible. Every single team he plays for, whether it's national team or club, he owes some. Except even with Arsenal, he won trophy. This guy just having.
Yeah, he won an FA Cup. What is it, man? Explain it to me. What is the that game he scored that overhead kick? I couldn't believe it.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, what is it with this guy? He misses the penalty, but still somehow no one he still comes out as the hero. This guy, man. Abdullah, we have a good game. We have a good
very good game. Mr. Abdul,
a very, very good game. I'm not even going to watch that Real Madrid City game. I'm not watching it.
Mr. Abdul, how you doing, sir?
You got like any cash on you?
That's my sister.
We can't hear you.
So,
I thought you're getting robbed by a child.
Dude's not talking. If you're talking,
Mr. Abdul, we can hear you. Abdul,
to speak, man.
a little bit of my
Abdul has to walk in my camera.
This guy always whispers, man.
Abdul, it's official. I know you're watching more than us.
$1 billion,
Abdul,
you can get a.
it's official. It's official. The Milan derby.
Look,
Take. Abdul, a little bit volume.
Don't worry, my mic is ultra sound sensitive.
Go ahead.
Using it,
Mm-hmm.
and then it adjusts. It's AI,
It warms up.
AI kind of mic.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, I'm the one who's. You guys are yet into the future, so. What are we talking about?
The Milan derby is official. The last time we saw a Milan derby was in 2005 in the quarterfinal. It's official.
Yeah, somebody informed me earlier today during the games that it was going to be the Milan teams against each other in the semi-final, and I thought, wow.
Milan derby.
I didn't take note of the permutation earlier on, so because I don't really pay attention to who is playing who in terms of ongoing games until maybe the semi-final or so. So this is beautiful for anybody that is a Milan fan. That's 2 Milan semi-final games in one stadium.
Yeah,
It's beautiful.
Beautiful.
It's beautiful.
And it's so ironic that the two of them will have 2 Chelsea strikers leading their line. So how come the strikers that are not good enough for you guys are playing semi-final Champions League?
Okay.
Huh?
Okay.
So that is what I keep saying. You guys, you Chelsea fans, have to pipe it down a bit. We're so good at abuse and insulting our own players.
Yeah.
So we have to be very careful sometimes. Yeah, they might not live up to expectations sometimes, but we have to see it for what it is and be constructive in our criticism of them.
Wait,
I'm sure.
guys, I have a question. Abdullah, I have a question for you. Since
Yeah.
Lukaku is still our player, when
Yeah.
Inter sold him to us, did they have a Champions League stipulation that
No,
if Inter wins the Champions League with our loan player, do we have to pay them money?
I don't think so.
Oh my God!
If Inter, say that again. If Inter wins the Champions League,
We bought Lukaku off them.
okay,
In the contract, is there a Champions League stipulation in there? If
I
he
don't.
wins, he's still our player. If he wins it with
Yeah,
Inter,
yeah, if he
do we
wins it,
have to pay them money?
Hmm.
that would be. I bet that's why he's still on the bench.
Ta-
This is so-
I'm sure never did they see. That's why I said some of these deals, if you look at them critically, you see some of them actually have some kind of they are not well constructed. You can still plug holes in some of these deals. Did you ever think Inter would think Lukaku will win the Champions League with them when they were selling Lukaku to Chelsea? And then they might have like add-ons like we have with Eden Hazard that
exactly.
Lukaku wins the Champions League. They're still going to pay us X amount of extra money.
Mhm.
But I'm sure in the clause it never says if he wins it with Chelsea.
He just said if he wins it, you're right.
Yeah, it might just be if he wins it. You see why people need lawyers now? The deal might just be if he wins it. If he wins the Champions League. Now, Kiva, you need to be a lawyer, a sports lawyer.
Bro, I'm serious. It struck me like lightning, man. I just fucking realized.
It's possible.
What a stadium! The Milan Derby is a beautiful stadium. One of the best. It's the oldest, one of the best stadium for a European tournament like this. Milan Derby.
They still use the same stadium, don't they?
Yeah, they do. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it's gonna be the last
It will
game.
be demolished this year. It will be demolished this year. It's gonna be this. It's gonna be the last year they're gonna be using it.
And then what will happen?
They will
They're
split.
going to
They'll
build
split.
their own stadiums.
It'll be their own stadium.
Each team will build their own stadium.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
No, but
I
you
know,
see,
yeah,
this is
disgusting.
the last. So before they build their own stadium, where will they be playing?
They'll be playing in San Siro. This is gonna be the last stadium for them in terms of both of them sharing the
No, no,
same
no, no, no.
stadium.
You said is this season the last
Yeah,
time
I
they will
think this
share
is it. Yeah.
stadium?
Mm-hmm.
So which
I think
state are you saying each team already have their stadium ready?
I think based on the report right here, it's about close to completion. It will be ready by maybe possibly next season for
No,
each
but you
stadium.
still have
AC Milan will have their own. Inter Milan will have their own.
yeah, but they need to have it ready before they stop using this one.
Mm-hmm.
So
I think it's already done building. I think they're done because they said the new state was gonna be ready by the 2023-24 season, so it should be done. I think.
It should be ready. Yeah.
And when you consider like how fast they can build stadium nowadays, it's not that shocking. It's not that
yeah,
shocking.
but why would they not want to continue the tradition?
I
Because
don't know, man. I don't know.
no, because it's for safety reason. They wanted to
No, no,
renovate.
no, no, no. To build the stadium again together.
Together,
Oh,
that's what I'm saying.
I
Yeah,
don't know. You know how Italian profit finance issue probably. I don't know.
Mhm.
But the
That
reason
is
why
tradition.
they wanted to keep the San Siro, but the thing it's too old to renovate, and
Yeah.
they just can't renovate it no more. So they. But I feel like there's more into it because I mean it's such an iconic stadium, man. The San Siro, World Cup, Champions League,
yeah.
final, everything. I think they can renovate. I think it's about money, man. I think because you know with Italy, there's a lot of stuff that goes into building new stadium and stuff like that.
Yeah,
You
I
got
agree.
the government stuff like that. So I just think something. I think it's all about money. It's just all about money. But me personally, I think they should keep the tradition, just play in the same stadium. That's what makes it beautiful. But hey, man,
Mhm.
it's crazy.
Fair enough.
Yeah,
So, Abdul, are you excited? What's your mind at? I know you watch a lot of Milan Derby a lot.
I'm excited. I'm sad, happy because it's not my team playing in the semi-final.
Yeah.
And two players from my team are playing in the semi-final. So what does that tell? What does that tell us? That it means maybe did we sell Giroud too early? Were we wrong at Lukaku wanted to leave for whatever reason. Did he not get enough love from Chelsea fans?
I
That
have no idea.
to
Man. That's
return?
weird.
I don't know. Does this not show us that we need a striker if we can score goals? and our strikers are going to play Champions League semi-finals. But putting that aside, putting sentiments aside, I can't remember when I last saw the two Milan team facing each other in maybe the semi-final of a Champions League. Can anyone
The
remind
last
me?
time it happened is in 05. It was in 05. It's a quarter final. It was in quarter final 05.
Yeah, exactly. I can't remember a semi-final.
It was in
So
05.
wow, this will be beautiful because it's the whoever wins actually goes to the
To the
final.
final. Yep.
So it's gonna be two
So it's
explosive
gonna be
games
the first time we're gonna be seeing an Italian team in the final. Wow. Wow.
in a
Wow.
very, very long time.
Very long time. The
Very, very
last
long
time
time.
was in
2017 Juve.
2017 Juventus.
Yeah, and they got piped. Yeah.
Wow. Wow. Milan Derby. I say wow. 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 Wow.
But the
Wow.
funny thing is, I don't know about I don't know about AC, but Inter are very strong.
Oh, before he said the San Siro is not being destroyed. The San Siro will be hosting the opening ceremony for the Winter Olympic in 2026. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. All right. Thank you. Thank you for that vote. Thank you.
Winter Olympics in Italy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
San Siro.
It's not in Italy.
2026 Olympic. They'll be opening he said the opening. Is it opening ceremony for the
Opening
Winter
ceremony.
Olympic?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not bad. That's not
So
bad.
okay. The last time an Italian team played in the final. Oh, okay,
It was
I
in
was
2016.
making reference to either AC or Inter.
Inter Milan.
The last time either team played in the final, Champions League final, was 2010.
Was
But
it? Was
this
it
Inter,
2010?
2010,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
With
When Mourinho won it, yeah. When you say won
Oh
it,
yeah, they
yeah.
did a treble too, didn't they? Inter.
Yeah, I remember when they say it was Materazzi, Maicon, Balotelli, Samuel Eto'o, so many of them. I
but this
remember.
Inter team looks very strong though.
Mm-hmm.
I won't be shocked if this Inter team wins the Champions League this season. They are a very, very strong team.
I am very, yeah. For
Looks
me,
very compact.
Abdul, for me, it will be one of the most underdog Champions League I've ever seen. Maybe I'll say maybe,
Hollywood.
but Abdul, I'll say maybe FC Porto with Jose Mourinho, maybe. But
That's
apart from that,
Abdullah,
I would say this.
Abdullah, that's no, Abdullah, that's what I'm saying. That this Inter team doesn't look like an underdog team going forward to me.
They don't look like a strong team like Mancity Madrid, who has been there, who knows how to.
On paper,
That's what I mean.
that's not how you rate an underdog.
No,
Not on
in terms of the way you rate players and everything, Man City, Benzema, Haaland, and co. This Inter team look like a team that people doesn't even want to keep an eye on, but eventually they win it. And what a story will it be for Romelu Lukaku after the racism abuse he got?
Abdullah, you're
Make
skipping,
even bounce.
you're skipping something very important here.
Okay.
This Inter Milan team is a very good team, so I don't know how you put them as an underdog.
I put them at the end. I don't think they're better than Man City or Madrid, but they are not for me.
But that's what I'm
both on
saying
paper
to
and on
you.
pitch.
They are equal. They are equal to them. So how are
I
you
don't
putting
think
them as
so.
an underdog?
I don't think so.
You don't. Okay.
I think Madrid is a better team. Man City is a better team than them.
Than this Inter.
Yeah.
Oh, you're joking, man. You might say
I'm
they
not-
have more high-profile players. These guys are solid. As a unit, they are difficult, very difficult. And I can say this: if they meet Madrid or City in the final, even if they will lose, those teams will not score more than 2 goals against them. If they get to the final,
And one thing about final, Abdul, one
they
thing
get
about
to the
final is a
final-
one-off. Is a one-off. So anything can happen. It's a one-off. Anything can happen. You
yeah,
can-
but
you-
we've been studying football a long time, for a long time now. If Inter gets, I don't know, maybe they'll get to the final or not. But if they get into the final, you will not score 2 goals past them.
yeah, they'll be very defensive. Very, very defensive.
It's not just defensive; they're a unit from the front to the back. So
Abdul,
anybody who's
imagine
underrating them,
what,
sorry for you.
what that will do with Lukaku. Inter Milan winning this Coppa Italian and winning the UCL. Lukaku winning both two trophies in his first official season going back. That would be a trademark celebration, and the racism abuse on him, on his family. Oh my God! Oh, that Abdul, that's a big W on Lukaku, and that's gonna be an F on Chelsea's face. Lord have mercy. The new manager will have a decision to make on Lukaku. Lord have mercy. Because we were saying yesterday that can we get someone like 29? Because I have to say that and think what you said in terms of getting an old striker. Maybe Amanda Boya can learn from that person. Look at that person and say, okay, this is my replacement. I can learn from this person. Lukaku might be the guy, but I'm not too sure yet. It might be a different story because if you win this year, Lukaku can demand from Chelsea that I don't want to go back. I want to stay in time. You can do that because he will have the power.
A million. No. Okay, so let's put the sentiment aside and the banter aside, and let's look at it from a serious perspective.
Okay.
Lukaku has already told us in every possible
He wants
term
to stay.
that he doesn't want to play for Chelsea again.
Again, yeah.
The only thing hindering him leaving Chelsea is because there's a contractual situation.
Yeah.
So the earlier we're able to resolve that contractual situation, the better for Chelsea. He has told us in every possible term that he doesn't want to be at Chelsea. He doesn't want to play for Chelsea. They actually said, according to reports, I don't know, that Todd Bowley actually tried to convince him when he first bought the club.
Yes, I know. He said he wants to stay.
Lukaku
It was
said-
Rock Nation that endorsed the deal. Yeah.
He just said no, that he wants to leave. So what are we still holding on to a player that wants to leave? Let him go. If anybody can pay the money, let him go. If they can't pay the money, let them loan him out for somebody to pay his salary. You know, and that's another loss on our book, £100 million striker. But then let's go and get a proper striker, please. Let's stop all this joke about.
We'll get this.
Abdullahi, real quick on Romelu Lukaku. I don't think it's going to be a total loss because I think Inter Milan paid probably like 12 million for the loan fee. If we can loan him out again one more season and get another 12 million, that's already 24 million. Even if we can sell him, this is just like an hypothetical situation. Even if we sell him for 40 million or 50 million, we've already recouped 70, 75 million for someone that doesn't want to play. I think
No.
that's not a total.
I'm not saying a loss in terms of money. I'm saying a loss that a striker that we should have. Now we have to go and look for another striker, because if he was willing to play for Chelsea, this will be like just his second year of the contract.
Yes, I totally agree with you. I totally agree with you in that sense. But I'm just talking in terms of money. Yeah, we might not make total loss on the money.
No.
You said about the 100 million that we lose 100 million. I'm just like, we might not lose like the whole money on that. But I 100% agree with you. Like, I think signing Lukaku was the wrong move. That's a big loss for Chelsea. Like I said it back in the day. Like, let's go for Haaland. Forget this Lukaku guy, whatever. But we didn't. So, I mean, the club right now, I don't understand what's going on. But that's why I think we should just focus on the semi-final, because if we talk about Chelsea, we're just gonna get.
You better show up tomorrow. We are talking about Chelsea tomorrow. You better show up. There's no way for you. You are not hiding anywhere. You are showing up tomorrow. We are talking Chelsea tomorrow. There's no way to. You are not hiding anywhere. Nowhere for you to run away to. If you run away, I'll come and catch you.
No, I'm already chilling in City. Like I'm not going back to that mess. Now with the reports coming out saying, no, things are not going. Things are not going well.
Nagelsmann is not the Mr. K. For your information, Nagelsmann is not a bad coach. It's better than Potter. Stop.
I know. I'm not saying it's not better than Potter, but we are not going forward with Nagelsmann.
No. You can't. No. We are not going. You cannot say that.
Even Abdul knows it's gonna be optimistic and he's gonna back the coach.
I understand.
Abdul knows deep down that we're not going anywhere with Nagelsmann.
I understand that, but you cannot say we can't go forward with Nagelsmann.
Abdul. Am I lying with that statement? Deep
No,
down
I
in
agree with
you,
you, K.
deep
K, I
down in
agree with you.
you will support him, but you know we're not
K,
going.
I totally agree with you 100%. I think next season we should just focus on winning. You know, all this side attraction. Let's just
Yeah,
pack it, all
just
these
win.
fancy food wishes. Let's just pack it aside. You know, so
Just
the
win.
thing is, as I was saying to somebody, I was having a discussion. You see, that's why I hate all these project of a thing, all these projects, 2030 project, whatever, you know, and
Mm-hmm.
all these, directorship structure, and I kept telling you guys that this project of the thing you guys keep focusing on is not a good thing. You see, this is what you will be getting when you get when you want to go through something called a project for a big club. You're gonna get all this mud that is thrown at you. All these, oh, Chelsea are now broke. They have to sell every player. These are the kind of things you have to deal with. These are the kind of things you have to contend with if you're not just focused on winning. If you don't make your priority winning, our priority has to be winning and nothing else. You guys, if you can you imagine a team like Madrid saying they have a 3-year project, and then after 3 years, that's when they will consider maybe they can win or compete for a league. What are you going to do?
So,
What will you preoccupy your time with, even as a fan? It will be about all this mud.
mm-hmm.
This manager is this manager is that. All players are out now for whatever. Somebody's telling me, oh, we are now broke because of FFP. We can't spend this, we can't spend that. Is that the kind of thing I want to be contending with? Because
Mm,
you just want to go on a project.
you have to tell players, you know, that to meet FFP rules,
No, no, no.
we have
You don't.
overspent.
It's a lie. I tell you, it's a lie.
I don't know. No, Abdul, don't say it's a lie, please.
That is what I'm telling you. You're still not listening. This is what I'm telling you now. These are the kind of things you'll be engaged with when it comes to football discussion. When you put yourself on a project, these are the kind of things.
Abdullah, what Abdul is trying to tell you is because we are
Man
not
manager.
winning, now they are
Mhm.
saying, oh, the money from Champions League will not be coming in. Oh, now you have to sell players. Now all the what's it called? There will be side attractions because we are not winning. If
Yeah,
Chelsea was
Exactly.
winning and in the Champions League next season, there won't be any reports coming out
All you'll
saying,
be
oh, we
discussing
have
is
to sell
winning.
this
exactly.
player.
I
That's
agree.
what he's trying to tell you.
I
Exactly.
agree.
All you'll be discussing is winning. All
It's
you'll be
just
involved
winning.
with, engaged with, will be winning. When you're
Madrid did
like,
not compete for the champ for the league this year, and there were already rumors of Ancelotti leaving. That is how big club does. And Ancelotti
Mhm.
literally won them the Champions League not too long ago. The
One them
the
go.
the rumor about Ancelotti leaving kind of like died down after they won against Chelsea, and they're like, okay, we're in
Mhm.
semifinals now. Anything can happen. So
Mhm.
that's the only reason why that rumors went away. If it was to be knocked out by Chelsea, and he's
Mhm.
not now, it will probably they'll probably sack him or some shit like
Since
that.
we are
That
talking now, we are
that's
talking
what
about it now.
big clubs do. They win, win,
Victor,
win, and win.
win and win.
And that is my problem with all these young manager projects,
We'll
all
get
these
it
things they are
because
trying
I
to
have
do.
a different perspective to it, and me and Carl already spoken about it. But let me come to Viton first. Viton, potentially, he might be the new manager for Chelsea coming to the summer. Julian Nagelsmann. Your take on him?
I mean, it's a good appointment for Chelsea. I mean, he's a good coach in my opinion. I mean, you have Luis Enrique that's available, Conte is available, Nagelsmann's available. So I mean, yeah, I mean you can't go wrong with either coach in my opinion. So
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if Chelsea wants to go for Nagelsmann, yeah, go ahead. It's not official yet because I know isn't Chelsea want to get Enrique too? You guys will link with
No, no,
him.
no, no. Not Fabrizio and Otton have said it
I mean,
in the
Fabrizio
next
also
few
said
weeks.
Enrique too, but now we
Enrique,
got.
but he said Enrique is out of the. He said it this morning. Enrique is out of the equation. He's out.
All right. So if it's not me personally, if I'm Nagelsmann, I wouldn't take the Chelsea job unless I got guarantee.
You get
Because
guarantee. You know why? Because two of the sporting directors that work with us already work with RB Leipzig already, so they work with him already.
no, it's not
And the
even
players,
about the
and the
sport.
players that he
Your
bought there.
owner, bro. It's your owner, bro. I don't think Nagelsmann would want your owner to come down the dressing room when you guys have a bad game and say the
I know.
play.
I think the owner will learn. See, sometimes
Real,
in food, Vilton, sometimes in
exactly.
football,
Yeah.
you make mistake, and when you realize that you make mistake, you want to rectify. And
Yeah, but I don't think
I
Abramovich
think
is
they
gonna
learn.
let the law go.
I think they learn already because the fans pressure, the social media pressure. I think they learn.
I
And
hope so.
now,
Thank you.
oh, Me too.
Yes.
Based on my own belief, what I think they learned.
Abdullah, let me just quickly interject. Sorry, let me just quickly interject.
Go ahead, go ahead.
You see, you've just committed the error I was warning you against. That when you're not
Okay.
focused about winning, all kinds of things is in the air. I was listening to the radio, and somebody were having a discussion today about the owner going to the dressing room, and the guy said, the other guy having the dialogue with him said, if Chelsea players just focus on winning 3 games in a row, then the owner wouldn't be in the dressing room.
Exactly. He won't even come
That
in.
the owner might not even be in London if you guys were winning.
Exactly. He won't even concern. He will be doing marketing.
Exactly. So that's what I'm
He'll
saying
be
to
doing
you
marketing.
guys.
That's it. He'll be doing
All this side
marketing.
attraction it will get too much. If we're not careful, it's going to consume us.
No,
Let's
but
just
it's
win.
also
If
his
these
fault.
guys win, if these guys were winning, the owner would not be there.
No, but it's also his fault too, though. Why would you go
His
to
fault.
Spain? Why would you go to Spain and say you're gonna beat Real Madrid 3-0? You could say it's gonna be a good
That's
game.
just banter. Come on, Bilton,
No,
man.
no, but
No, man,
It- it-
Wilton, come on,
it-
come on.
it-
No,
it-
no, no,
people
no.
gonna
That's
take
not
it
fair.
serious.
football.
That's
People
not
Just
gonna
fair. It's
take
just
it
a prediction. That's just a prediction, man. That's just a
I know
prediction.
No, but people gonna take it serious, though. You know what I mean?
No, no, no,
No,
no, no, no, no,
no,
no.
Bilton, that's just banter, man. Did you
It just,
did you take it
he's a
serious?
normal guy, man. He's a normal guy.
No,
He's a human being.
Bilton,
Bro, I
Bilton, were
don't
you
think
were
Abramovich.
you shaken by that prediction? Were you
No,
fighting? Were
I
you?
was laughing.
Oh,
But let me ask you this: Abramovich, I don't think Abramovich ever said anything.
Okay, now, okay, yes, Wilton, I understand where you're coming from. Chelsea,
but
we Chelsea fans, we're not used to this so much publicity, especially so much drama and this nonsense with our owner. We're not used to this.
I know used to it, yeah.
Yeah, but
We're not used to it.
my thing with Nagelsmann, right? Because you just got sacked like that in the middle of because it's not like Bayern were having a bad season. They just sacked him.
Mm-hmm.
So I think he was gonna want guarantee that so he doesn't get sacked because you don't want to get sacked back to back harsh like that. You know what I mean? Especially in the middle of the season. So if you're Nagelsmann, just be smart about it. Take your time.
No, it's not about
Make sure.
this is a balls to the wall decision. This is street like what was it called again? A Wall Street decision. Stocks, markets. You know what?
Mm-hmm.
This guy is angry. He's angry. He's like, why did you fire me? He comes to Chelsea. Listen to me. He brings out the wok, right? And starts cooking up a prem, cooking up a domestic treble. Abdullah, am I right? Say amen.
I don't think so. Because
Don't hate.
No, Gyps is here. No comment.
No, I'm sorry.
You're gonna give me a receipt now.
I've said this beginning. I didn't know you in 2017. I've said this from the beginning. The moment Pep Guardiola went to your league, nobody's gonna win the league until he.
Listen. Pep is like what 58. This guy is 35. You understand me?
Pep is 52, I think. 50 or 50.
Pep is an old man. He's leaving.
No,
he's tired.
Pep is younger. You know, Pep is younger than Ten Hag.
Yeah, you were saying this would be.
You know, Pep
I didn't know that. I didn't know that. I did not know that.
Exactly.
I did not know that. I don't even care about Pep's age. I always just say, when is he becoming 60? What's taking him so long?
Let me see.
No
because
comment.
Ancelotti is 60 something, and Ancelotti is still.
Ancelotti is 64. I believe the Nag is
Pep
older
is
than
52. Pep is 52, so in 8 more years.
No comment. So Bilton, in terms of Nag,
as long as he's in the Premier League with that team, with the financial backing, with his brain, because he's willing to adapt to every single era, new tactics, this and that. It's gonna be hard to win the Premier. It's not impossible. Liverpool did it, but it's just gonna be a little bit harder for you to. Because I know Chelsea want to dominate, like what United used to do. Like,
you know something is, Wilton? I can see City winning 4 out of the next 8 games, and that would like take them to what 10 Premier League trophies in a row, in 10 in a row. Right now,
No.
Your mic is somehow. We can't hear you.
It's an appointment for Chelsea. He's a good coach, so he's gonna work well with the youngsters because Chelsea have a very young team, right? Look at Modric, Enzo, Havertz, Joao Felix. Who else am I missing? Missing Mount if he stays. Fofana.
It's going. It's not saying it's going.
You guys have a lot of youngsters. Even that Brazilian kid you guys just bought. So you guys have a lot of
Santos.
you have Nkuku coming in in the summer.
He
He worked with him with RB Leipzig. So Yeah,
Yeah,
so you give him this team. He's gonna have preseason, the season to work with these guys, and he's gonna see who's good, who's gonna stay, and who's gonna leave. And yeah,
yeah,
so I think it's a good appointment for, and it's also a good thing for Nagelsmann. He could show Bayern what Bayern could have had if he didn't sack them in the middle of the season. So yeah, he could really bounce back his career, show why he's a genius, because a lot of people say he's like a tactical genius, new genius of this generation, right? So he could show that, and he could help Chelsea become good again, like not finish 11, 12 with that much money spending. So it's gonna be exciting to see what he does, man.
Mr. Keyman, Julian Nagelsmann, the potential new Chelsea manager.
Abdullah, Abdullah,
Sir,
I was fighting. I was waging war against all those Lucho babies. Tell me about Enrique. No, bring me my Nagelsmann. Bring me my Porsche, my German Porsche. My friend, this guy, I have a feeling about this guy, Abdullah. I don't know what it is. I have a feeling about this guy. He just seems like serious. I think he can be better than Pep. I'm sorry.
you can what?
I think he can do better than Pep. I honestly believe it.
You are sick in the head. Stop.
Huh? I'm
You are
serious.
sick in the head. Stop.
Abdullah, Pep has had great teams and still can't win the Champions League.
Don't
If
go
this
there.
guy comes to Chelsea and does a mad thing, Abdullah, in the first 3 years, he wins the Prem, he wins Karabuki, FA Cup, and Champions League. If he does that, he's already
That's
beaten
it.
Pep.
That's a
You
serious
can say
discussion.
that, bro.
I
You
don't.
can't say that, man.
You can't say that. You
No,
can't
I'm
say
saying,
that.
I'm saying if, I'm saying if.
Pep is
It's
doing
a
in the
very big
Premier
if.
League.
It's a
You
very
can't
big
deny
if.
what
It's a
Pep
very
is. You can't deny what Pep is doing in the Premier League. 4 out of 5 years.
he can't.
Come on, man.
No, he can't win a Champions League.
But the Champions League is hard to win. I hate when people use that
No,
against
it's not
Pep.
about hard to win. It's not when you have when you constantly have the best teams in Europe, you can't win. Come on now, come on. If this guy comes, listen. If this guy, if Nagelsmann comes to Chelsea,
But
rearranges the entire system and makes us a fucking
Fergie and
juggernaut.
Fergie and Mourinho only won the Champions League like 2 times, right?
2 times, yeah.
I understand, but this is what I'm saying. But Pep, Fergie, and Mourinho were not in the same position as Pep for the Champions League. They were not. This guy has great teams. City should have won the Champions League a long time ago. Imagine if they don't win it this year. What can you say about him anymore? What can you say? If he wins it, I can't talk shit. But if he doesn't win it, my friend, I'm sorry. We have to have
But
confidence.
the
This
thing
guy,
about it, Keeper, Man City fan, they want to win. They want to dominate the Premier League more than winning the Champions League.
believe me, they don't care about the Premier League anymore. They don't. You know how long they have to take for them to catch up to United? They have to wait for another 5-6 years just to come close to them in the number of prems, not even total number of premierships. It's about the Champions League, because if City, here's the thing, if City crack it once, it's game over.
They'll dominate.
If they crack that code once, because look at how they're playing. They've cracked the Premier League. They're like an engine. They're roaring right now. The pistons, everything is moving. If City crack that Champions League, it's over, man. I'm sorry, it's over. That's the secret. They don't have the moments like you, Abdullah, like you guys earlier said.
I'm here. I'm listening. Somebody using a pager on my screen. Who is using Samsung? Okay, look at the one with me. Who is using Samsung Sajem Nokia? Who is using Samsung? Who is using Samsung on the show?
Who is using Samsung on the show? Who is using Samsung Nokia on the phone? Who? Go ahead, Kima. Fair enough. Abdul.
I got a phone.
Okay. Before I go to Abdul, go ahead. Go ahead. We can't hear you, brother. We can't hear you, brother. Your mic, you are breaking up. I can't even hear you. What's going on? Fix your mic. I'll come back to you. Abdul, potentially it might be the official manager coming to next season. Julian Nagelsmann. Let's take boy.
Yeah. Actually, before I go ahead, vote with your feet said I support the ownership, but um, I don't like the project. Yeah, but that's my thoughts. I don't like the project, and I believe the owners are actually a winning ownership. If I'm to be honest with you, vote with your feet. If they're not winning ownership, will Todd Bowley be going to the dressing room after every game, and
No, he
criticizing
wants
the
to.
team? I don't think he'll be doing that. So
I believe he wants to win though.
I think it's a winning ownership. But if, as they said, or has been reported, they're only after a project kind of thing, then I don't subscribe to it. Because with project with a big club comes a lot of other jargons that we have to deal with. So I don't think that's the ideal route or ideal path for us to take. Anyway, coming to Nagelsmann, Abdullah, are you there? Or
I'm there. I'm
can,
there. I'm there. Go
can
ahead.
you
I'm
hear
there.
me? Okay, okay.
Okay, I'm there.
So going with this Nagelsmann guy, look, as I've said, for me personally, I'm tired of all this. Anything that I'm not sure will bring us to win, I'm not for it. I don't know what this guy can guarantee us. I'm not convinced yet. I wish somebody can convince me. And please let nobody focus on Bayern because if everybody goes to Bayern, they will win. And the last
Because if you look
manager
at
I've
this
been
career,
impressed, the
because
last
the
manager,
reason that, okay, go ahead, Abdul.
the last manager I was impressed with for Bayern
Was as a
was
flake.
Hansi Flick.
Okay.
That Bayern team was a monster of a team. So I'm not really too impressed with this guy, and I don't know what he can do. People say Leipzig or where?
I'll be Leipzig.
Leipzig. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's like saying, I don't know,
He
Eddie
coached
Howe.
Offenham too. So remember, he coached Offenham. So he took them from relegation battle to third in the table in the Bundesliga.
Okay, so are we saying he's like a Sean Dyche?
The last,
So
it's not the
why not go
Sondage.
hire Sean Dyche then?
No, no, it's not. It's not the Sondage, but he's a very good. For me, he's a positional manager. He is very good when it comes to positioning
See,
of
see.
players.
Okay. The honest truth is, as I've said earlier on, for me, I'm not convinced that this guy is what Chelsea need now. Let's say we win the Premier League next season. The season after then I can consider going with a manager like him. But currently, as it stands,
Yeah.
I'm not convinced. And I think our owners should stop beating about the bush. They should stop all these side attraction, vision attraction. Let's just go for the kill next season. Let's go for a win. Get us a manager that we know we're convinced has that solid metal, has that iron fist that can carry us to win. It's enough. We've not competed for like 6 seasons now, not even compete. So we're more or less like a cup club. So, and I am desperate to win. I am desperate for us to compete, even if you're not winning. I want to be in a situation like maybe Arsenal are at this season, and people are saying, "Oh, lose one, lose three, lose four, lose five. Can we win? Can we not win?" We're
You just be smiling and chilling at where you're sitting down.
exactly that's the perfect setting for me. That's the perfect scenario for me. So I'm not after some of these guys, and I think we don't have to go through the heartache, Harry Nagelsmann, if we're just considering top four next season. I think we can easily find a manager because this guy will come with his own baggage and he will come with his own um, sideshow and he will come with his own drama. And Chelsea, everything projected about Chelsea from the media and from other fans is all negative, negative. We're always being judged. Nobody wants to reason with us.
Yeah. I
Already, they're
understand.
telling us we have to sell all our club just because we're not playing Champions League next season. I
Sell
don't
all
know who
our
does that.
players.
Our players, sorry. I don't know who does that. Just because we're not playing Champions League next season, then it's already out there. The news is there. all Chelsea players are up for
Bob
sale.
said anything but an English manager position.
So 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 that in sense is I'm not interested. I'm not interested in it. So
I got you.
this guy is not has not convinced me. That's my own opinion. If I'm hiring for Chelsea
Okay.
today, I will not hire this guy because next season I just want to win. I want to
But
compete to
Abdul,
win.
I know, okay, I get what you said because you're not convinced yet. But for me, like I said to Carl, yes, I know the last time we spoke, you said about Enrique, which he convinced me. But I'm still gonna choose Nagelsmann ahead of Enrique. And the reason I'm gonna choose Nagelsmann ahead of Enrique is I look at the squad we have right now, and I look at the profile of player we are buying right now. Nagelsmann is the guy to work with the profile of player we right now, and because you're gonna bring in Enrique is gonna overhaul like 40% of the squad in terms of what he wants to do. And right now, yes, we want to spend money, but also we have to also be careful too because we can't just be spending money anyhow without reasonable. So Enrique wants to have too much power in the body, which body was like, hold on now. We are sporting director now. If we're gonna have too much power, it's gonna be a problem because now it's not only one person that have the club, it's all about a lot of people that are making decisions in terms of the boardroom.
Abdullah, all this structure of a thing, you guys have to pack it to the side because I have a feeling you guys are getting, too consumed by it. Like somebody said, I don't know who said it or was I reading it from Twitter? Like who has a better structure than Bayern Munich? If you're talking about structure, it is Bayern.
And they fire their manager.
And they still keep firing their managers. They still keep buying players, selling players. They still keep spending money. Even with the Liverpool and the Man City, their structure is not as solid as the Bayern structure.
Yeah.
So we have to be very careful when we look at other things. Let's look at ourselves. What is our own standard? Todd Bowley promised us that he wants to build the biggest team, the biggest club globally. So we need to
Yeah.
have our own
He
rules,
still
our own
hasn't changed his
standard.
own mind. He hasn't changed his mind yet. He still want to do
Exactly.
it.
So let's have our own rules. With all this, you're not going to get there if you don't go get a proper elite manager. Look, this team is not that bad.
Yes. But
Not that bad.
No,
I guess you're
Abdullah. This is, guys, I want to intersect for a second, right? Abdul, I
Go
actually
ahead.
see that this team is this is the second best squad.
Nagelsmann, vote for Professor Nagelsmann is the best fit. Vote for what Fit also said. Enrique has a rigid system, and the players will have to fit into that, which won't work. Nagelsmann has more of a flexible system, which can work given the variety of player we have right now.
But I'm not going to
That,
believe you just because you said it, vote with your feet, because I don't know how you've gone to this conclusion. You can make your own judgment. I'm not saying your judgment is not correct. Okay. I'm just giving you a different perspective that this is what I am
Enrique
thinking.
would have been good for CFC when Conte left. That type of player, exactly. When Conte left, that's kind of player Enrique should have taken up, not this one right now. That's what I'm
No,
saying.
no,
The
no,
profile
no,
of
no,
player we
no,
have
no.
right now.
But vote with your feet is not. That is not. I don't agree with this, because that Conte team was a physical team. Enrique, as we know him, is a tiki-taka master. He's a Brazilian football master. He's a possession
Yeah,
football based. This
base,
team
yeah.
is more suited to his style. We are not a. This team is not a physical team. And when you're not a physical team, you have to keep the ball. You cannot do I go, we go. That is why sometimes City have difficulty with Liverpool, because when they want to play Liverpool football, which is you go, we go, you punch, I punch, they get outdone. They get out muscled by Liverpool. But when they play their possession football, they just keep the ball, then they easily have upper hand against Liverpool. Easily they beat Liverpool. It's when they make a mistake and they get carried away and they want to do high intensity, high pressing,
And they do
gongo, you
I
attack,
jump and
we
they jump.
attack. They get outgunned by what do you call it, by Liverpool. So this team is not a physical team. It's like saying you want Felix to be playing physical football. Most of the guys we have now. I'm not saying you cannot bring in physical football, but to be honest, if people have their preference, let them have their preference. but to start putting other information that is not there just to make their judgment sounds good. I don't know why.
For me, because Abdul, the reason I said I want Nagelsmann end of the case because I know everybody have their own point, but we're gonna touch a lot of things about tomorrow when we talk about mostly Chelsea talk. But the reason that I prefer Nagelsmann more than Enrique is I've watched Nagelsmann. I've been kind of watched him a lot from Offenham, his trajectory from Offenham to Leipzig before going to Bayern. And I look at the core player we have right now. Yes, if Enrique comes in, Enrique will be ruthless. He will demand more. Nagelsmann is also a ruthless manager, but seeing Nagelsmann with the squad of profiling of player we have right now, it better fits more to Julian Nagelsmann's style of play than Luis Enrique. Because this team for me, Abdul, this team is a position team where you need to point them and tell them you have to be in this position and this position. We play unnecessarily with possession-based football. We play with counter-attacking football. We play with so many managers who are already good in kind of counter-attacking possession, keep the ball. This team needs positioning. And the kind of player we are right now, they are lacking position manager, which is Julian Nagelsmann. You have to give them direction and tell them, you be this, you do this. This is how you this is how you implement the way you want to play. This is your style of play. Do this and do that. Because with that can also help players in terms of being in a better position in terms of the way they want to play. Because everybody is different. We have a different way of playing football. But we need a position manager who can put players in their right position and make them play better.
Abdullah. This is the mistake we are all making.
Okay, I'll do that.
Okay, let me tell you the reason why it's not going to work.
Okay.
If they are trying to go long term, okay, you want to bring a young team, you want to build a young team, you need an elite manager that will put a system in place, the progressive football, similar to what City are doing. It's not a mistake. City are winning 5 out of 6. What's it called?
So
5 out of 6 league. And it's not also a it's not by mistake. City the last 3 years they've played semi-final, final of the UEFA Champions League. Yeah, they have not won it, but it's not by mistake. It's by design. You have to start from the foundation. And you cannot start from the foundation by simply slotting in players, saying, "Oh, this is your positional play. Oh, Modric, you stay here." No. You have to start from the ground up. You don't start building a house from the top. You have to start from the basic. From the basic, which is we are going to play progressive football from the back, and we're going to play the ball on the ground. You can't be saying, "Oh, it's because." Oh, let me just finish my point. Because the players right now suits a certain manager. What if that player gets injured, or what if that player we sell that player? We have to go from the ground up. That is why you need an elite manager that can put this guy through.
Okay, I have a question for a second.
Okay.
I have a question for you, man. Are you talking? So you're saying that you who do you wait? Are you saying that you prefer Enrique over Nagelsmann? Is that what you're saying?
100%. 100%.
Oh my God, Abdullah. These are the people who want death by 1,000 cuts.
No. The reason
these are the
why
ones
I
that
prefer
that do not swallow their dinner.
The reason
They just
why
keep chewing the
I
whole day.
prefer
Pass.
It's not about
Sideways, pass. The keeper will touch the ball 100 times before we score a goal.
See,
My friend,
if you've been watching football long enough,
nonsense take Spain in the World Cup?
You will know that if you have the possession, that is when the opposition cannot score.
Please, I'm sorry, this is not FIFA, yeah? This is not FIFA. We don't do pass. No.
Let me read what both sent.
Come on. Just before you go ahead, Abdullah. So, can you hear me? Okay.
I can hear you, yeah.
So Keman, the question should be, why do we prefer Enrique? To me personally, I believe we can even get a better coach than Enrique or Julian Nagelsmann. But if you tell me, Chelsea, I believe we can get a better.
Give me a name.
No. Let's not go to that side of the argument.
You can't. Come on. You can't say that you can find better and you don't want to give me a name.
Hold on. Okay.
Go for Pep.
Hold on. K. I don't like it when people try to take the argument to somewhere. That's just a distraction in a way. So are you now saying to me, Keman, that Nagelsmann and Henrique are the best managers in the world? Of course,
No,
they are
no,
not.
I never said
Exactly.
that. I never said that. I
Exactly.
never
So
said
they are
that.
better that's just what I've just said. They are better managers than these two guys. But if
So
I'm
available,
served,
available. I
you
don't
are
think
a
there's any
big
manager
organization.
available right now.
You are a big organization. We can negotiate anybody apart from maybe like one or two. Stop saying things are available or who is out there, who is ready. We have to negotiate. That's why we're called Chelsea. We are big enough to be able to negotiate anybody out of their contract. But what I'm saying is, if I'm served that I have to sign one of them, Julian Nagelsmann or Enrique, me, I am saying I am going for Enrique. Now, you should ask me, why have I chosen Enrique ahead of Nagelsmann? And the reason is because of the profile of players that we have. If we want to dominate, they are footballers with high IQ, with high intelligence, highly very talented players, but they are not a physical team. Okay. Spain decided to go, as a nation, decided to go with a brand of football for a reason. They did just sleep and wake up. Somebody did not just throw it at them. They took that decision consciously. They look at Spain as a footballing nation and they said, look, we cannot compete with other European teams. If we keep playing with the same style of football we're playing, we're not strong enough like them. We have to change our approach to football. That is when Tiki Taka was introduced to Spain as a footballing nation. So they came to that decision for by design, as K would say. It wasn't just by accident. So me, I am saying with the players I'm seeing now, which is majority of them, we're not a physical team. So we have to go with a style that keeps hold of the ball, that deals with us holding the ball from the opposition. That is what will serve us more. It's just like saying,
You honestly believe that will work in the Premier League?
well, what's Pep doing?
That
What's Pep playing? Is it not possession, pass football?
no, but come on, Man City is physical. Let's don't act as if they're not physical.
I'm not saying don't get. I'm just looking at what we have.
The Man City is
Man
hybrid Frankenstein monsters. That's what they are.
Oh, no,
They're
but
hybrid
they don't.
monsters who can
That's
do everything.
My
we
guy,
know that. We know
City are
that.
not physical at all. The only monster
Just
they have in
call
there
them.
is Rodri. Other than that, they have little guys like Bernardo Silva, Gondogan. All those guys they're like 5'4".
No,
they, are,
those
they,
are
are,
the creative
they are
players.
not
Those are creative
physical.
players,
All,
man. Those are creative
that's
players.
what they got. And they are defending
No, those
set
are
piece,
creative
doing
players.
all this crazy
Oh,
stuff.
okay. K. I mean, sorry, Kima. Is Ake a physical player? Is John Stone is he a physical player? They're not physical. What I'm saying, I'm not saying they're not strong enough. Of course, they're strong enough as footballers, but if you want to play to their potential, you don't ask these kind of players to start playing physical football. If you want to get the maximum from
No,
them,
I never said they play
they
physical.
have
I said they do have
it's
physical
better than play.
capabilities.
No, I'm not saying they don't have the capabilities. I'm saying that if no, I'm talking about even City players now. Somebody like John Stones. Do you want John Stones to play physical football? You wouldn't get the best out of him. It's better
So
he plays
what
football.
he's saying is tackling Abdul now. He's saying we can become a physical team. In fact, that's what we are lacking. So we are gonna become a possession team with Modric, Nkunku, and Havertz and Enzo. That's the challenge. Is kind of challenging Abdul now.
No. He's throwing the argument like
Is that okay?
side. He said, we can become a physical player. How can you become a physical player when
A
you don't have
physical team, a
when you're not a
physical
physical
team.
player?
No, I never
That
said you can become a physical. I said
No.
Man City.
I'm not saying to you, Kiman. I'm saying to vote with your feet.
no,
He
what
says
Robin said, we
we
can
can
become a
become a
physical
physical
team. In
player.
fact,
How can
that's what
I
we're
mean a
lacking.
physical team? How
That's
can
what
you
we're
become
lacking.
how can you make a team that doesn't have physical players a physical team? You can. He says that's what we are lacking. Yes, I know
Yeah.
that's what we are lacking. So don't you go for the option? Don't you go for the alternative option if you see that what's lacking? The reason why these guys are failing that much is we don't have somebody that is coaching them to the maximum of their potential.
Maybe
So how
Nagelsmann
do
is
you
the
tell?
guy. Maybe we'll
So
see.
are you not going to kill players like Modric, Nkunku, Havertz, Enzo if you're telling them to be playing physical football, to be playing strength football? If you have a possibility or the option of actually coaching them or getting somebody that's an elite position football based coach. And that's not even the point. I'm just looking at Julian Nagelsmann and Enrique. That's another
Yeah,
argument.
I get
And
you.
that's why
So,
I'm saying I'm going with Enrique because based on the profile of players that we have.
I get. I'm quick, Blue, before we talk about Julian Nagelsmann, because both for people want everybody to watch this, so I'm gonna just make us go to it. But Blue Eyes, Man City to the semi-final, and for the very first time since '05, is it '05 versus '04, '05? Milan derby in the quarterfinal of the Champions League. This is the first time since '05 they have been in this they play together, so they are in semi-final. And again, like we said yesterday, Blue Eyes, one of Romelu Lukaku or Olivier Giroud will be in the final. Go ahead, brother.
Yeah, so okay,
Or
man. Can
tomorrow,
you hear
yeah.
me?
You can hear yes, sir.
You can hear me.
Yeah, man.
Okay, yeah, man. Big up. Yeah, man. It's an interesting listen though, but to talk about football now is very difficult.
Mhm.
It's a very difficult experience after what we went through as Chelsea fans. I'm speaking for
Yeah.
myself. So it's hard to look at games right now with the kind of parity that is
Mhm.
that is needed for
Yeah.
proper evaluation, but gradually I'll get there. However,
Mhm.
in the
Yes,
meantime,
yes,
yeah.
yes.
Mhm.
Savvy business, huh?
Sorry.
That's all I'm going to say. Savvy business. Savvy piece of business. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah, I know. But that's again. No, but City played well, man. Are we talking about City or just overall?
So, yeah, City. You can talk
Okay.
about everything, but City
Yeah,
played well.
no.
Conte,
City
Mancini.
City played very well. City has a very tidy scheme going. They know how to get every. I don't know how Pep. I don't know what Pep did to Jack
You know what
Grealish.
Pep said? Pep said, because people kind of criticize him because he overthinks so much, and he was like, he just want to go back to the basic. That's what he said he's doing now. The three balls v whatever he's playing right now. That's what he wants to start doing right now. He doesn't want to play back for anymore. The 3v3, that's what he's doing right now. When he does it with taking Begaristan and Co, that's what he started from his basic football. It was doing in Barcelona there. That's what he started. He's doing right now. The 3v3. That's it.
They look good. They look good.
Basic system.
The secret of this, if anybody doesn't know how to defend Haaland yet, then you're supposed to be playing against him. The secret with Haaland is when Haaland is quiet, that's when he's deadly. When Haaland is
Mhm.
active, that's when he doesn't score. So I
Mhm.
don't. It's hard. Like today, he was inactive, but he
But he
was the
scored.
killer. He was the
Mhm.
killer. You understand?
Not as much as he made the penalty, but he scored a very good goal.
Yeah. No, they look good. As painful as it sounds. When and you know the one that really hit home was when they
Mhm.
were doing they were executing a substitution at the 980 something minute, and I see Kyle Walker. I see what's his name? Walker, right?
Yeah, Walker, yeah.
I'm like, look at the depth, the
Mhm.
length and depth of this squad.
Mhm.
Just look at the length when Kyle Walker is coming in at the 80th minute,
Mhm.
when Julian Alvarez is coming in at the 60 something minute, and then
Mhm.
you think about the substitutions that we executed in the past 70 minutes for most of our games and see the people that came in, you're like, nah.
No comment.
So again, congrats to our enemies, City.
And your boy Bryce
Oh,
Opamecano, that the name they give him Opa Maguire. That's what the name they're giving him now on social media. Opa Maguire. That's what they're giving him now. He caused Bayern in the first leg and the second leg. Two costly mistakes. Two.
let's talk about Bayern because
Mm-hmm.
like I always any team I watch and I watch a lot, I'll always say, okay, who would be a good guy to come to Chelsea?
Mm-hmm.
And I look at Bayern, not even one of them. Now I can understand why Werner didn't work. Now I can understand why Kai Havertz is going through what he's going through right now. That team
Mm-hmm.
is actually Tuchel has work to do.
He has a lot of work, Bryce. He has a lot.
Tuchel has work to do because, in all honesty, what's his name? That went
Opamecano and the late
no
class
the one
B.
the one the one the one that went from City to Bayern.
Oh, Cancelo.
No, the one that his father played too from Senegal.
Oh, Leroy Sané. Oh, he missed
Come
the
on, man.
chance.
That guy, I don't know what happened to his end product, man. His end product has been very suspect. I don't know why I'm not sure, but I've always found him to be a very lethal, bad guy in the 18. Like if you leave him in the 18, he'll punish you. But I don't know what's going on. Him, and then another guy I kept an eye on, but I just find his game doesn't have meaning yet. It's Coleman.
Kingsley Coleman.
I'm not sure about that guy's game. He knows how to penetrate. He knows how to drop. I like how he drops his shoulder. Because that when he drops his shoulder, at the last minute, he'll get you. But the problem is, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
We can hear you, boss. We can hear you, boss.
Okay, yeah.
Let's go on.
The problem with Coleman, I find, this whole end product, man. I don't know if it's a Bundesliga thing. I don't know what it is, man. And then what happened? Can somebody please tell me what happened to Musiala?
Is the occasion too big for him? I just don't know what's going on. Because
No,
because
it is.
under Julian Nagelsmann, he was producing very well, scoring goals, assisting,
Abdullah,
making.
the answer is very simple. Abdullah, the answer is very simple.
Because we can't judge now. We have to wait until next season. Maybe then.
No, Abdullah, no.
Are you sure?
Abdullah, what happened is it's very simple. When Tuchel came, he told Musiala, "I want you to play right wing back."
Stop.
The boy got shocked. He had a heart attack.
Stop.
The guy
So I want you to play.
The guy can't even track
Abdullah,
himself, man.
he said, "I want you to play my right wing back. Please be my Reece James." The boy had a heart attack, Abdullah. This is the man that wanted to buy Anthony Gordon for 60 million right wing back. Do not forget.
No, that wasn't
60 million Anthony Gordon.
No. That's not
right wing back.
That was the club.
My friend, there is receipts.
That was the club.
Blue eyes.
That
There
was
was
the club.
receipts.
Not lie. Which receipt? This is how you guys create all your stories. Where is the receipt?
Where's the receipt of win?
Everybody will just come and say there's receipt, and people will buy the hype.
Everton.
Give us the receipt.
Did we not? Wait. A question. Did we not come to Everton and they asked for? We gave them 45 million bid. They said we want 60.
Yeah.
Do you not remember that?
No, but that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, he wasn't. Who was the coach at that time when we were looking at Gordon?
Lampard. It was Lampard.
No.
It was Lampard.
It was Lampard.
Lampard was the manager.
It was Lampard.
It was Lampard Blue Eyes.
Lampard even said that I need him. He said Lampard was the reason why we didn't buy him. He said I need him in the team.
No, you're not understanding what I'm saying. Who was the coach at Chelsea? Look at this guy.
Tuchel. It was Tuchel.
What are you talking about?
Tuchel,
What kind of hatred do you have for? I know, but what kind of hatred do you have for Lampard? To the point that even when he's coaching an opposing team, you're still going after him. Come on, man.
I never went after him. Are you deaf? I never went after him. Blue eyes. No. Blue eyes. I never went. I said.
You're still trying to make him. You're being sarcastic. No, hold on. You think we don't know this? You're being sarcastic with your statement by saying that.
No, you did not hear me. Blue eyes. Firstly, do not. Abdullah, is this guy holding the dagger to me? The man who was telling us Lampard propaganda for how many weeks? The guy who was telling us to believe. No. Blue eyes. No, you have no right.
There's nothing about rights here. You have the nerve to come here and tell us that thank God to Frank Lampard. That's why we didn't get Gordon because Frank Lampard said no.
It is true.
But Lampard, hold on.
Listen. We bid 45 million. Lampard said no, I cannot sell him. He's an important player.
That is not the point. You're the one here that told us that Anthony Gordon is a crap player.
He is shit.
Exactly. So, and at the same time, you're stupid, and you're bigging up Frank Lampard for saying no, he should stay. Exactly.
I don't understand. What is the problem? Lampard stopped us from buying him.
No.
Do you not hear yourself?
Let's continue.
He's trying to make Lampard look bad. Don't worry.
Finish up on your Bayern.
My friend, believe me, I can't make Lampard look. The guy, he clowns himself. I cannot make him look bad.
I beg.
Finish up on your Bayern and then talk about Milan derby.
Yeah, Bayern. Listen, I looked at the team head and shoulders, man. I don't see any. Maybe. What's his name in the midfield? Yes. Okay. That's maybe the one guy that maybe I'll look at again and say, okay, yeah, because there's something mean about him. I like his game. I used to like the other boy, Koreska, the tall guy. What's his name?
And Goretzka, but
Yeah, but I don't
finish
know
the
what
point.
happened to him.
Abdullah, bring up that.
Goretzka.
Yes.
No comment. Let's move on.
Exposed.
You are sick, but
What is your feet? Go and pack yourself, okay? Who asked you to come and involve yourself? This is a who told you to involve yourself in this discussion? Vote with your feet. Nah, look at this guy.
Exposed.
No, but Bayern, I don't know, man. I don't know about that team. I'm not surprised how it ended. These guys put them to the sword. Man City basically did the same thing Real Madrid did to us.
yeah.
Show me what you got. Show me what you got. Show me what's going on with Mane. You know,
He had the
Sadio Mane.
he had the problem with Sane. He had the bus stop in the first leg.
Okay.
Yeah, he punched the West Sane's mouth. Because according to the report, they said he had Sadio Mane, one of his family, was dead. So he died after the match. So he was kind of unhappy because of his family death and everything. So he transferred that angerness to Sane, and because of the result and everything. So they fined him, they suspended him. And potentially the report we're hearing is he might not be in the squad for next season, I guess so.
Yeah, like you can't be coming off the bench, man. The reason why they made that deal is for you to come and make it happen.
Yeah.
Especially high line Bundesliga. But you know, the one guy I do want to say what's up to, man. Honorable mention. Two guys actually is Brozovic, Abdullahi. Hi.
Yeah, Brozovic. In Milan derby, Bryce. I remember 2005 when they went into the quarterfinal.
2005? What are you talking about?
The last time
2005?
Milan and AC Milan played, it was in 2005.
Okay. You're absolutely. No, I'm just talking about Brozovic.
Yeah.
The guy.
Quality team.
The guy, man. His close control.
This is what we were expecting from Enzo, but I will miss my mic.
K is in the building. Enzo just decided to write his own book. It's not that nobody forced him.
No, my boy is coming good. I won't say too much on him. He's coming back good. My boy Enzo is coming back good. Don't worry. Enzo will be fine. I trust him. He will be fine.
We shall
but
see.
Blue Eyes.
Yes.
Lukaku in the final. Giroud also in the final. Hey,
possible.
Mouth watching final.
Possible. If Lukaku wins that Champions League, man, egg on my face. Egg on my face. So you have to pull away that Timberlandic discussion.
The sick part about it is if he scored the Champions League final goal, that one will ring bell. If he scored a goal in the final, that one will ring bell.
If he scores that goal in the final, we are in trouble, man. Especially me for everything I said. But if it happens, I'll be so happy for him, though.
Yeah, because he speaks a lot in Italy. Racism to his family.
I'll be so happy for him. But egg on my face, I'll take the L, man, comfortably. Because the way these guys are using him too, they keep him hungry. He's not comfortable. See, that's a very key component to high caliber coaching ability. Ability to keep your striker perched.
Yeah.
Keep them thirsty. There is not a feast all the time. And you can see that in Lukaku because any little minute he gets, he tries to put the ball away, man.
Yeah. I agree. Now, so because we're doing the Chelsea roundtable, we're talking about Julian Nagelsmann. Vote for if you want us to read this article about him. When Abdul was kind of having a go at him. So this is his career from Hoffenheim to Leipzig and I think to Bayern. So this is him as a coach. So how Julian Nagelsmann, the potential Chelsea new manager?
Are you sure this deal is going to happen?
Yeah, it's gonna be the potential. It's gonna be the official manager. He's the front runner already. So both parties want us to read kind of the article about him, the way he plays football, how he improve players and everything.
You're gonna go through it, reading the whole article.
No, just put some point in there. Just pick a little bit.
Abdullah, put the link in the private chat.
Okay, the link. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, let me do it. Let me put the link there.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me do that.
Mm.
Because I'm like, hold on. Okay, I don't want to go through it.
Mm.
Why not? Well, not now, but why not?
Yeah, no. Maybe you can be convinced. We'll see. Maybe Abdul can.
No,
I don't know anything about this.
I'm just trying to learn about this guy because I don't have that much.
I don't know anything about him.
Because it started from Offenham. Okay, you want me to scroll down? I will scroll down.
Abdullah, can you see that the people that actually understand a lot knows that this guy is not the man for the job.
I don't know
I
anything.
can
me slow
tell
down.
you. I
So
can
listen,
tell
let
you
me
right
slow
now.
down.
Let's stop wasting our time and doing experiments. You're hiring people and stop these experiments and actually build something with a solid coach.
So wait for fit.
Not these babies that just started coaching 2 years ago.
It's because he has a cool name, man.
Yes, because he has friends on the board. That's why
he
we
has
are
a cool name,
going for
man.
him.
Yeah.
We are
He's
not
not-
doing all that rubbish.
Yeah,
I mean, let's
man.
be a serious footballing team. Not all these. Are they not even tired of being the laughing stock of the Premier League?
Right,
Like,
man.
come on, man, go hire a good coach. Nagelsmann should come and compete with Pep. Are they kidding me?
Vote with your feet, you're laughing. Vote with your feet. That's why you like the guy. You're like, cool name, man. Wow, J Nag, man. J Nag, man. Yo.
Nag.
But
Nag, Baba.
vote with your feet. I'll be honest. I cannot even say that I'm not gonna pretend. I don't know anything about. The only thing I know about him is the last, probably the maybe 4 or 5. I know I watched a bit of Bayern last season, last season when I was watching, just because I was hanging out with people that are Bundesliga fans. I watched a bit of Bayern. I watched actually a lot of their, like, towards the end of the season game. So maybe he was coach then, right?
Yeah, I was a coach. Yeah.
Yeah. So I saw a little, but I wasn't really looking at Bayern and saying, okay, who is the man behind the wheels? I was just watching Bayern, you know. But again, if I look at what Tuchel has to deal with, woo, he ain't fool, man.
No, man, that fight was a bit much, man. It's too much drama right now. I'll give him
The
that.
Mane fight.
Too much drama.
Was it on Tuchel's clock or was it on Nagelmann's?
It was on the Tuchel's clock.
Oh.
It was after that first game defeat. It was after the first leg. Can you guys hear me? Hello?
I'm here.
Okay. So yeah, Abdullah, what else do we need to talk about?
My bad, guys. My bad. I can hear you guys. I can hear you guys.
Well, we can hear you.
So that's it. But potentially tomorrow, because we are doing the Chelsea roundtable tomorrow, we're gonna kind of touch on him much because the report I'm hearing today, Lord have mercy on us. Some players.
We have won the war. Abdullah, we have won the war.
How many war?
All the neutral fans. We won the war.
So
neutral fans have been destroyed.
Because potentially we're gonna talk about him a lot tomorrow in terms of Chelsea ranking. We're gonna have
Yes.
a discussion about him. We're gonna break down the players that are going, players
Discussion
staying.
about who? Discussion about who?
Chelsea talk
Talk about
tomorrow.
the
Chelsea
man.
roundtable.
Oh.
Chelsea roundtable
So I'm
tomorrow.
tired of man. Give Chelsea. You
Blue
know,
eyes.
there's no. Listen, that Chelsea story is already dead. We should be talking about.
Yes, we
What
have
are
no
you going to
choice
talk about?
tomorrow. We have to talk about it too.
Aye, it's true.
10
I know
players
it's
gonna
true,
10 players gonna go get a lot of players gonna get sold. We're gonna talk about the new manager. Looking forward to the new season. So a lot of things need to be talked about. So
in all honesty, the whole Chelsea news, Chelsea whole thing like, come on, man. What is there? The season is done.
I know it's done. I
The
know.
season is completely done, and if we're looking at a manager,
What can we do, guys?
Blue eyes, you don't get to say in the manager. I'm sorry.
Yeah?
You don't. You don't get to say in the manager. I'm sorry. You don't get to say. You don't get to say. You just sit back, enjoy the ride, huh? We ride. You're a happy passenger.
Francis has finished me.
You put your entire reputation on the line for this man, and he abandoned you.
Francis has finished you, Francis.
We ride tomorrow. We ride tomorrow.
Blue eyes, you tried to change your AV.
Like the vid, subscribe.
I know I tried, man. Give it peace.
We're on the road to 3K subscriber. Like the vid, guys. Smash the like button, guys. We'll see you tomorrow for Chelsea roundtable. Making a turn up. Let's talk Chelsea. Please, Ramadan is finished tomorrow. I must start cursing some people. I must start swearing for some people. Don't worry.
Abdullah, all the pent-up aggression.
Ramadan is finished tomorrow. I must start cursing some people and swearing for them. We'll see tomorrow. Smash that like button, guys.
Peace.